What's going on, guys? We are live. It is Bracket Monday. Hello and welcome. Hopefully everybody is excited for the next bracket. What is the next bracket? I don't think anybody knows. If you know, yeah, ask Forky. Tammy said ask Forky. But it is Bracket Monday. We're so excited about Bracket Monday because we get to interact. Your vote counts. And we'll see how it plays out. Tonight's bracket challenge, we may have two. The main bracket challenge is Disney ride queues. Disney ride queues. I had nothing made up. Literally came home, sat down in this spot 15 minutes ago and created two brackets. Very proud of myself. Don't usually procrastinate like that, but I thought I had a list pre-made, but I didn't. But Disney ride queues, I can just take my mind through every park and just reel them off, you know. So we did that, and we'll see. It's going to be interesting this time because you have to have a certain exact number of subjects to put together against each other. So it's either 8 or 16 or 32, I think, and 64. So I came up with 40 at last minute. I didn't want to eliminate any and couldn't add 64 of them. So we have some buys. We'll do the first round. Some have already made it to the next round. Good. We'll see how it goes. Let's say hello to everyone who has joined us right off the bat. The Sure Nut 60 is like always first. Almost always first. Sure Not 60, hello and welcome. Says he can't wait for the bracket tonight. David Jacobson says, what is this Disney bracket challenge? Stick around because you won't be disappointed. It's a lot of fun. If you're still here because you posted that at 6:50. Craig's Robotics is here. What's up, my friend? David T is here. Kim Stallworthy. Crayola Kid. Carla Melvin is here. Let's see. David T says Corey Tanya is on her way home, if not already. Flight was scheduled for 1700. Awesome. Travel safe, Tanya. Travel safe. Travel safely. That is the proper English right there. Elizabeth C is here. Alfred is here. Says he loves my shirt. I have not worn this on stream. It's the 40th anniversary t-shirt when we were here on vacation. I'm gonna have to wear this to the parks. You know when you have so many piles of shirts, like you kind of tend to take what's on the top and maybe the middle. Sometimes you have to grab from the bottom or just rotate. But we're going to have some fun here tonight. Let's be silly. Let's have some fun. I do have a million shirts, says my lovely bride. Alfred is here, which I just commented on. Paul D, James G, Michael Disney Lover says he loves the shirt as well. I like shirts that are like one color here and a different color here. I like that. Epcot Forever, Jordan, my friend, how is it going? It's popping in to say hello. Hannah, Kid the Banana that plays soccer is here as well. Let's see who else. Neil is here. Paul, the Star Wars fan, Seahawks fan, is here. Let's see. Pollyanna Buff is here. Our wonderful sponsor from Tink's Magical Vacations. Betsy's here. Kim Stallworthy, if I didn't say your name, or if I did, congratulations, I said your name twice. And I think we may be, Joy Loner is here, one of our dear Patreon members is here, Magical Monica is here, she is the birthday girl, that's why Mickey is sitting right here with me for Monica. It's birthday Mickey, check out birthday Mickey, he says, haha, let's celebrate, it's Monica's birthday. There you go. That Tammy goes, oh boy. And the Queen of Merch. The Queen of Merch who doesn't live in Florida, I think. Right? You don't live in Florida, Jessica. Jessica's here saving for Disney. Always up on her merch. Jessica should be like our merch. I don't know what you'd call her. Like our merch assistant or something. Because she alerts me of things that I have no idea were coming out. And it's good for us to stay on top of that because we try to be, I'm not going to say we try to be, but, and if you, I welcome you guys to tell me who because I don't know. So I just assume that we try to do a merch vlog every week. Does anybody else do that on YouTube? Because I feel like we bring the merch every week like nobody else does. I honestly don't know. If somebody else does, great. But I just feel like it'd be cool to call us the leader in bringing you guys Disney merch on YouTube. That's for sure. But it's not a competition. Just curious though. Yeah, Tammy said it could be somebody we don't really watch. Who else is here? Orlando Mike is here. What's up, Orlando Mike? Brenda Shoes is here. Let's see. James Marshall is here. Nathan Reed is checking in. Aaron from My Disney World Fix says, no teasing me with birthday Mickey. Did you not get birthday Mickey, Aaron? We have so many birthday Mickeys. We have 3 in the house. 1 for each member. And then you go, well, there's 4 of you. I guess Tammy and I are sharing, but we got 1 for the kids. These were like $6 at the Disney Character Warehouse. Normally priced $30. Boy, we miss that Disney Character Warehouse, don't we? All right, let's see. Mickey has Mr. Toad in his throat. It's true. My voice is dry today, so I'm not going to attempt to do too much Mickey. It's dry right now. Saving for Disney says, Texas, you should check out all the new Mansion merch. Ooh, Haunted Mansion merch that dropped today on Shop Disney. Wow. Okay. Nathan says, yo, living in Diz, I love you, Mickey t-shirt. Thank you, sir. I have not worn that on stream. I like to wear something that you guys notice. Alfred says, I have bad, severe weather coming to Michigan. I will lose power. So, yeah, preparing me, my family here in my area as of now. Well, be safe. This chat is rolling, guys. I still haven't caught up. There we go. Oh, he has birthday Mickey. We're going to throw a birthday Mickey there. And it looks like we are all caught up. We have 36 people on. I don't think we should procrastinate anymore and get started with the bracket challenge, right? This is just sitting here. I decided to take it out. But anyway. All right. Let's put that away. Monica says, a different shirt each bracket night is really cool. Thank you. Well, I can wear enough to, you know, last us a while. So, yes, how was everybody today? Hopefully your Monday was a great one. And, oops, let me get this bracket up on screen. Hey, Stephanie Horton, how's it going? I promise we're going to keep you in on stream tonight and not time you out. Hannah Kid, I am doing well, thank you. And hello once again, Stephanie Horton. Tammy says, no word on the Character Warehouse. How was work, Corey? Salad tonight? Yes. So the salad is over there. Let me think. Salad is over there. Work was very busy. Work was very, very busy. It's hard to complain. What? What mobile app? Tammy said the mobile app is down, but I'm going to try my mobile app in a little while to order my salad. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Hannah says you always have salad. I like to start off with a salad. I could eat salad every single evening. And I'm saying, like, pack it in. Pack in that salad because I will eat it. And I'll eat it pretty much with anything in it. Salad's good. Joy says, thanks, Tammy. So this will never happen because we will never get her to do it. But it would be such a boost to the channel if Tammy could go to the Character Warehouse when it opens once a week and do a Character Warehouse video. Why? Because the Character Warehouse opens at 10. That's right. We'll work on that some way, somehow. Because I still haven't looked back on it, but Tammy did a little takeover of the stream at Hollywood Studios, and she did a good job, I think. I'm sure she did. Daniel Lynch, your family's doing well. Hopefully you and your family is doing well also. Blake Sundberg is here. What's up, my friend? And yeah, let's get this started. Let me bring up my bracket for you guys. Hi, honey. I have not seen Jillian today yet. And she is here. She has appeared. Hi, honey. I love you. This is Sunshine. In the house, she's known as Sunshine. Right? You want to hang out for the bracket?
Sure.
It is the bracket challenge. We're doing Disney cues. She just woke up from a nap. It's what teens do.
No, it's...
Was your head still hurting?
I'm trying to sleep off my mind.
No.
It's still happening.
Is it sore in the front of your head?
Yeah.
All right. I'll try to work on it. There. I'll try to work on it later. But everybody's here. All of our friends are here. Like I said, when we start the bracket, guys, when I start the bracket, we are going to... It's going to look funny. There's going to be some cues that have advanced to round 2 because we didn't have the exact number, but it will be okay. It will all work out. Trust me. So here we go. Let me share my screen, guys. This is exciting. This is fun. Anybody that's new to the bracket here, get ready because it gets fun. It gets competitive. So let me share my screen.
Happy birthday, Monica.
I got my sidekick here. You look cute in the screen. Look at you. Right now, you look, for some reason, on this angle, on camera, you look like, what are you, 13 now?
I'm almost 14, Dad.
You look like when you were 10, maybe 11, 10.
You know what?
From this angle.
You know what's really weird? Some people, like, when I first meet them, I'm like, how old do you think I am? People said anywhere from 9 to 16. Some people tell me I look like I'm 16 or 15, and some people tell me that I look 10.
Yeah, that happens. Sometimes you look at somebody and you're like, I cannot figure out if that person is. I've seen some disparities like, what?
But keep going.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes, right, guys? I don't want to get too sidetracked, but yeah, sometimes you look at somebody and you're like, are they 18 or are they 29? Sometimes there's a big disparity of people with that, for sure. So when we vote, do I have a counter? I forgot about a counter. Do we have a mod in that can count? And what we're going to do is when we show you the matchup on the team on the top is number 1. The other selection is number 2. So you either vote 1 or 2. Do not vote the word. Vote 1 or 2. And click that like button if you haven't hit it already. I am going to hit it myself as well. Scooch, scooch. So let's see. Neil says I always look 21. So let's see. Just waiting to see if we have a counter. Who's in here for mods? We've got Monica and Neil. Neil.
See, look. Hannah told me that I look 16.
Oh, see?
But you think I look 10. Isn't that weird?
Can we maybe have Neil or Monica count for us? Yeah, I mean, one can separate, one can count, maybe.
Did you wish Monica a happy birthday?
I sure did. I had birthday Mickey beside me.
Ah, good. I punched the like button. Thank you, Sarah. But make sure you don't break your screen.
All right. Well,
Blake said I look 15.
well, I guess for now I will. Okay, I will count. I will have to count. No, Tammy's getting dinner, so Tammy can't count. All right, here we go. Let's put it together, guys. We'll figure it out. Pirates of the Caribbean. These are cues. It's not movies. It's not characters. It's the ride cue. So Pirates of the Caribbean 1 or Buzz Lightyear 2. So what we're looking at is, yeah, let's talk about it. Pirates of the Caribbean. They play awesome music.
That's just about it.
It's you're in it. You're just in it. You know what I mean? Like you're in the caves, the swords, and it's
Where are the swords?
it's like moist and dingy in there. It's just
swords.
It's a really nice cue. Yeah, there's swords on the wall. I'll show you next time. There's swords on the wall. When you first head down the queue and you kind of do a little bit of this, you know, when you kind of come into like the widest opening, the first widest opening, and there's like, if you went straight ahead, there's a cutout and you can look down and like see things. If you back it up just a little bit, I think they're on your left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. The ambiance, like Stephanie said, of pirates. Roxana, hello and welcome.
It's time
Theme
for
Park
me.
Vets, hello. So I just think, you know, Buzz Lightyear, it's cool. It's cool to see the Buzz Lightyear animatronic, but I would definitely pick Pirates over that. So let's see what everybody else went with. It's just going to take me a moment to count here.
Your shoulders are so wide it blocks me.
Well, I got to reach over here.
Put it off to the side.
I can't.
No, but just in general.
Oh. All right. So for Pirates, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Pirates
17, 18.
Monica's
Oh,
counting.
Joy, thank you so much. Joy's counting.
But so is Monica. Monica put it in first.
Did she? It looks like Joy's going to help out. Thank you so much, Joy. I really appreciate that. So big win, easy win for Pirates. Thank you so much, guys, for helping us out. It just makes the stream better and helps move things along. Really appreciate that. So Pirates. So there's the bye. See that? Pirates went along with Splash Mountain, Jungle Cruise, and Peter Pan have advanced. I did not advance them. That is a random draw, just so you know. Let's welcome in who usually comes in now and then on Monday nights and Thursday nights. It's Aaron from my Disney World Fix. What's up, Aaron?
What's up?
Oh.
How's it going, my friend? How was your Monday?
What? It was good. So, Jill, why is it that I'm wearing ears but you're not?
I just woke up from a nap. I don't remember.
So basically, I threw this bracket together. It's a nice bracket. I did not get the exact number by far for what you need to not have buys. So that's why round 2 looks like it does, but it'll all shape out once it still gives us more to choose from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without cutting it down to 32. So that's why that looks like that.
By the way, let me say this, chat. I was not ignoring you when I was in chat. I was just waiting to get into the stream before I said hi. So hi, everyone.
Joy wants to know how long she waits to give a total. I guess I can tell you, because I like to talk about some of the cues to keep it entertaining while people are voting. So let's see. Looks like Monica separated that chat. Make sure you guys only vote one time. Oh, Monica says maybe 45 seconds. Okay, 45 seconds is good. People should be able to get it in by then. So we'll go with that. Rock and Roller Coaster or Monsters Laugh Floor?
We're talking cues, right?
Yeah, we're talking cues. Rock and Roller Coaster is really cool where you walk in. They have posters. The posters now are interactive. They change. They put your name live in concert.
I've got to say Rock and Roller Coaster.
You think so? Yeah, you've got old equipment, recording equipment. You see the interaction in the studio.
You have like these T-shirts on the wall before you go into like the studio room. When they're like,
Classics.
"How about some backstage passes?" Heck yeah, dude. They have a lot of like these cool posters, these cool shirts from back then.
Yeah.
And then, not to mention, after they're like, "How about some backstage passes?" The little show, and then you go into like this like alley in New York, and I think it's so cool.
Yeah. What did Aaron want to say? Did you want to add to that, Aaron?
Oh, I was just gonna say that I think it's pretty close, but it's definitely Rock and Roller Coaster.
I don't think it's that close. Like the
I think it
theming
is.
The theming is definitely on in Monster.
But just think of all the details that are in that queue, though, especially when you get into the room for the pre-show. All the little posters that are there, announcements like the company announcements, little newspaper clippings from the Monster World.
It is really cool.
So I really do think it's closer, but it's definitely Rock and Roller Coaster on top.
And Joy says we've got an 18-5 win.
Oh, hi, Jordan.
I assume it's Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, Monica, I agree 100%. The alley, the construction, the atmosphere is really cool.
Yeah, really, 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 really cool. All right, could I have said really one more time? Thank you so much, Joy. We're moving.
You really
on.
could have.
Hey, we've got Spaceship Earth versus Everest. I think that's a pretty easy one. You really don't have a queue for Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth doesn't have a queue. The only real cool thing on Spaceship Earth's queue is that mural right before you go into the building. That's about it.
Yes. And the smell. Who doesn't love the old smell of Spaceship Earth? It's nothing more than that. It's nothing more than an old smell. But I love that smell. Because it represents Spaceship Earth.
There's only one thing I dislike about Spaceship Earth, which is kind of crazy.
We need to like
the fact that it's not smooth.
When it gets its refurb, it'll be smooth.
What do you mean at times?
You think they'll smooth that out?
Yeah, I think they'll smooth it out. By the way, excuse me, I'm also eating my dinner at the same time here.
What are you eating?
I haven't put my mobile order in yet for my salad.
It's a TV dinner.
Tammy said the app is down. Oh, no. We're not talking about Rise of the Resistance. We're talking about the mobile app.
Yeah, it's down. You got a problem?
Speaking of that, Rise is probably down as we speak. So, which, have you heard this, that I do declare Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway the best ride in Hollywood Studios, hands down?
Ooh. That's a hot take there, dude.
Yeah, it's just more of a grudge. Like, as soon as I can get on Rise of the Resistance, Rise will quickly become the best. Again.
Well, of course Rise is down. It's 2.5 minutes till Hollywood Studios closes for the day.
Amazing.
I love Spaceship Earth, but the queue for Everest is so cool.
Monica says, when people ring the bells in the Everest line, it's annoying. Besides that wonderful queue. The theming is unbelievable. Resort Budgeting says one benefit is you can do the announcements in Portuguese. Let me tell you about Portuguese. Courtesy of Aaron, we got to ride Spaceship Earth together on the live stream on Saturday night and got to listen to it.
It was not my fault. When I sat down in the vehicle, it was already selected, and I tried to change it to English, but it took away the screen before I could hit it.
That was funny. Yeah,
it was not my fault.
We were late arrivals on that ride. That's for sure. That's funny.
Schnitsky?
Yes, Paul D. I did hear that information, and we'll see how that works out.
Sure, Schnitsky.
Sandy Norris says Rise should close until they fix it. Sandy, for once, I am 100%. No, it's not the only time, but no, I am in total agreement with you. Rise needs to be shut down. They need to rework that ride so that it
All right, just for y'all. There he is. Corey.
Yes.
Look.
Papa Giddens.
Papa Giddens is in the house. Everyone say hello to Papa Giddens, also known as Aaron's dad. How's it going?
They ask how's it going. He gives a thumbs up.
Excellent. Let's separate that stream. And here we go.
No, but I like completely 100% agree with you. They should shut it down for a while until they actually know what they're doing. No tea, no shade, but they make something that they can't even like. It's like so great and it's so amazing that they don't even know how to work it.
Yeah, like the Imagineers just so outdid themselves with thinking beyond that. I think they're having a hard time figuring out how to solve the issues. Sounds like a podcast subject for our Disney playground.
It does. Speaking of which, I have my stream at Disney Springs tomorrow. I invited Andy to be with me.
Take me with you.
Nice.
Come pick me up.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a drive.
So you want me to drive that far north, pick you up, then dive south back to Disney Springs, and then take you home before I come home?
Yes.
So dinosaur is a good cue because of the dinosaur bones.
Not just the bones, like on the back.
And the
You know why
back.
Dinosaur's Q is good? Because it has Bill and I the Science Guy.
I was just about to say, and it's super cool in there if it's a hot day. You just walk in, AC.
Yeah.
Although the Little Mermaid Q is pretty cool once you get to the inside portion. And I mean and I mean air conditioned cool, not.
Yeah. I remember it was a super hot day last year. I went with my best friend, and it was super, super hot. So we like put our whole bodies up against the walls inside, and it was so
order
good.
for salad with French dressing
Thank you so much.
with olives and
Yeah, wow.
tomatoes and
This is a fully stacked salad. Thank you so much. I thought the mobile
All
app
right,
was
so
back up again.
Corey didn't even need the mobile app this time.
So Dino won, huh?
I have no opinion either way. I like both Qs for different reasons.
Very nice, very nice. What did
Baldy just said science rules.
access denied?
Bill, I the science guy.
Are they still showing his videos in schools?
Now, I'm surprised they're still showing him because isn't he the one that sued Disney?
What?
He's
I don't know.
suing Disney.
For what?
I'm pretty sure that there's a whole. I can't comment on the details because I don't know, but I think he might be the one that's suing Disney. But you know what I mean. People sue Disney all the time. It's copyright. I don't know what it is. Contract, something like that.
I think it'd be more impressive if the day went by that someone wasn't suing Disney.
Monica said Tammy's quick service is awesome. Mobile ordering. It works, and it's a fat, full salad.
I was scrolling through TikTok the other day and I found Bill Nye just pop up on my For You page. I'm like, hi.
With a dinosaurly separated stream. Yeah, that's right. I said dinosaurly. We've got 3 Caballeros and Smuggler's Run.
3 Caballeros versus Smuggler's Run. And
I'm
which
sorry.
Q is
For me, it's going to be hard to beat anything than Smuggler's Run.
It barely has a Q, not Smuggler's Run, but
3 Caballeros doesn't have a Q really. It has a
Doesn't
few
really
switchbacks.
have-
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, Smuggler's Run, you're on the Falcon. You're on the Falcon. What else? What else is there? There's Heaven. And then there's the Falcon. I don't know.
There's Heaven, then there's the Falcon. Okay.
Maybe the Falcon is my heaven. Yeah, I believe on my mobile order that I tapped under dressing the 2 but like 2 times the arrow 2.
well, sir, you didn't tip, so that's what you got.
Ooh, she wants a tip.
Ooh.
Don't eat yellow snow.
Yeah.
I hate y'all.
That's a northern one. And don't lick frozen doorknobs
Or poles.
or poles.
My friend got their tongues stuck to one like
Dumb and Dumber.
3rd grade.
Dumb and Dumber, that's a great movie.
Not to mention one thing about 3rd grade. So I used to go to this school called the Morrison Memorial School, and it's demolished now, right? I got this in 3rd grade, and it goes all the way down
And it still
to
fits
half
you.
my yeah. And
You stop
I got
growing.
this in 3rd grade. I am now a freshman. So yep.
All right, let's separate that stream. Here we go. Smugglers won big. Must tip, Corey.
Oh, Dad.
Oh, I don't like this one because I like both cues on this one.
Talk about it.
Oh, making
Well,
me-
I love Mickey and Minnie's because while it's Mickey and Minnie, you got all those posters. It looks like the Chinese theater. You have the hidden Mickeys,
and you
but
get
with
invited to a cartoon.
and with the Tiki Room, you have that pre-show, that just classic pre-show with Clyde, and the other one I forgot the other one's name right now. Claude, I think it is. Claude and Clyde.
Well, looks like
Wasn't
we
me, I
got a
never opened my
lot.
beak.
Looks like we got a lot of David Jacobson says Tiki Room. Monica says, haven't been on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but I feel Christina has been on enough for all. I was just going to say that. Christina's been on enough for everybody.
In the past 2 days alone.
Yes.
She keeps going to Epcot without me. I'm like, sending me pictures of the China Pavilion.
How
I'm like,
How many times did she do it Friday? It was like 8 times Friday alone, wasn't it?
she said 8 times in the mod chat.
I said in the mod chat at like midnight the other night. I think Christina just went on Runaway Railway again.
She probably did in her dreams.
James has never been on Smuggler's Run. It is so much fun.
It's an experience.
It's an experience for sure. That is my riding Smuggler's Run is my ultimate revenge for myself because I always wanted the Millennium Falcon and my mom never, or Santa never bought me the original Millennium Falcon. So what do I turn around and do? I fly the Falcon.
Hey, you're okay.
I fly the Falcon.
I'm the better pilot, 100%.
How you like me now, Mom? So
You're going to get a call in 5 minutes like, sweetie, we did the best we could.
right. I do now and then over the years. I do bring that up now and then. I'm like, yeah, but Mom, you never got me the Falcon. All right, we're submitting the scores. We're advancing to the next matchup. Frozen versus Kali River Rapids. I have to be honest. I think that I've only gone through Frozen.
Okay.
The
We need a
normal
clarification
queue one.
here.
I've never gone through the
We need a clarification here, Corey. Do you mean Frozen Ever After's queue or the Frozen sing-along queue?
Frozen Ever After and Epcot.
Okay.
There's no queue for the other one.
No, but they have a
Not
pre-show.
really.
They have that pre-show video.
Holly River Rapids
Which is-
has a queue, and I really like the queue.
Yeah, Kali River Rapids is like off the point.
I would say Holly River Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like really the only thing that's like in the frozen queue is like Oaken's Trading Post.
Mhm.
And some snow.
Mhm.
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo. Big summer blowout.
But look what's happening.
Woohoo. Big summer blowout.
It's looking like Frozen is going to take this thing.
And Holly River Rapids is super fun. So
Yeah, the queue is amazing. As much
I
as
rode
love
Kali River
Frozen,
Rapids yesterday.
And you didn't get
I
wet
rode
at
Kali
all,
River
right?
Rapids yesterday and did not get wet at all. Me and
It's
Chase
hard
both
to
came
get
off dry.
Hey, David, thanks for voting. Make sure you just put the number. So Kali River Rapids, for example, would be number 2 on the list.
So we got off yesterday, Corey, and Chase said to me, now I know anytime I want to ride this and come off dry, I need to ride with you.
Ah, Frozen dominates. Thank you so much, Joy. 14-1. I mean, that's why I bring the gimbal on. Jillian and I went on 2 times in a row. I took a little risk, but I was like, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get wet on this enough for that to happen.
You could have had one of those rare rides where you got drenched, though.
I know. So it does make me kind of balk at maybe doing it ever again, but you never know. I probably will. I feel like you can
For
feel
shame,
like
Corey.
if you're gonna get whacked, you yeah, I know. I guess it's risky, isn't it? Now you get me thinking. All right. I think we're ready to advance with the separated chat with the wonderful snowflakes. It's a Small World queue or Hollywood Tower of Terror.
I have no vote.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
I'm talking to my dad, like making this. Okay, I love It's a Small World. It's one of my most favorite rides in all of Disney World. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to ride it since we did that because this one wants to do other things. I'm okay with that.
We're there Saturday.
Exactly,
We'll go on.
Exactly.
Make sure you ride it Saturday.
We will.
Yes, you made a promise. Also, the queue is basically just staring at like the boats that are loading.
Yeah, but you got the clock. You got the clock.
Yeah.
The classic set piece, the clock, the facade.
Yeah, but what's like right next to it, the boats?
But I think it's the walls that kind of make you go. I'm in awe of the theming of the walls and everything because of how old it is.
Oh my gosh. I can't remember the name of the woman who designed that. I keep wanting to say Mary Blair, but I don't think it's Mary Blair.
James wants to know what's the vote. It's just what you think is the best queue. However makes you feel that it's the best queue, choose it. I was kind of talking about that. Like part of it is how much theming is involved in it. Like that's why Kilimanjaro should have won over Frozen, but it didn't. The amount of theming here, how can Small World beat Tower of Terror?
I can't believe I remembered that. It was Mary Blair that designed the queue for the aesthetic design of It's a Small World. So
it is very aesthetic. I really like the white and the gold and the sparkles. I think it's super, super cute. But what can beat Tower of Terror?
Well, we'll see how it plays out, but what I was saying too, the wonder about the Small World queue for me is if you guys pay attention, it's so old. The technology's so old. It's so classic. I swear I can still see pencil lines. I look at the painting, the glitter that was put on. I mean, it just looks older, and I like that about it. It's like it was put together with paper and crafts. That's what I love about it.
So here's why I'm so torn, Corey.
Yes.
Going back to It's a Small World, you have that wonderful classic design created by Mary Blair under the supervision of Walt himself for the 64 World's Fair, and just the history with it makes me very nostalgic. But you move over to Tower of Terror, and you've got this wonderfully themed, almost abandoned 30s era hotel, and it's just themed so well, aged just right, and gives you that creepy vibe just right. They're both wonderful in their own respects, and I just can't choose between the two.
I can easily choose. As much as I love It's a Small World, Tower of Terror, just so many things hidden in it. You know, you got Rod Serling.
1 second here. David T, thank you so much. Hopefully you'll catch us towards the end. Okay.
Yes, have a good night. But there's just so much hidden in it. You know, the room where you're watching the film, like Rod Serling, like this is a hotel, the history, all that. On the shelves above is like little things from each like episode of the Twilight Zone, which I think is so cool.
Which some of them, I believe, aren't they real artifacts used?
I don't know because there's 2 rooms.
I think so, but I just while I will agree that the Tower of Terror theming is more extensive, I just can't call it overall better as a result. More extensive does not necessarily mean better.
And then you got like the out of order elevator right in front of you. As
Yeah, like I said, it's a wonderful queue, but they're just so close to equal to me, just on the historical aspect alone.
That's what makes this a really cool bracket and subject, because it's like James was kind of asking, what does this queue mean to you? For you, it's nostalgia. For Small World, you know, for me, it's more of the amount of theming and immersiveness.
But you know, but I know we're talking about, obviously we're talking about Disney World's version here, but you go out to Disneyland's version of Small World, you had the actual set pieces that were, you know, directly under the creation of Mary Blair, because they were directly imported from the 64 World's Fair.
Right.
And it's just like the creepiness and like walking into the tower, like walking into the hotel. It's like, wow. And like the boiler room, I just love it. I love it.
Yeah. Roninator, welcome to the stream. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We do a lot of fun Disney stuff here. We're live at home 2 nights a week doing fun games, Disney related games like this, trivia. We're live in the parks every weekend. And we also put vlogs out during the week.
Okay,
vlogs out.
Okay, it's about time that we move on to next.
Yes, that was a lot of discussion there, but that's okay. Hopefully everybody's here for some discussion as well. We're going to work our way to the top. We're going to go. Hey, Sarah J, welcome, welcome. She survived the first day back at kindergarten. Oh boy, welcome back. Here we go. The next one, guys, is okay, here we go. Here we go. Hall of Presidents versus Test Track. So Test Track just has, they have a car that's like in pieces hanging, you know, futuristic cars,
yes,
motors,
because
engines.
Because I went through the standby for the first time ever.
This is hands down Hall of Presidents for me. I mean, if this was Test Track 1.0, I would say it stood a chance, but you know, there's just hardly anything to the Test Track queue anymore.
And I do like the fact that you get to design cars. Well, not now because of COVID, but normally you would be able to design your own car and go up against like your family or your friends or whoever you're with. Which
I've never really cared for the design a car aspect, I'll be honest.
Well, have you ever competed with anyone?
Yes, I have. And it's still, and it's definitely fun, but it's just not, but it's still an aspect that I can take or leave. Because remember, I have actually seen and ridden the original version of Test Track where it was a storyline about actual car testing. I did too. Yep. So I remember that version, and that version was vastly superior to the version we have now. And that queue was better too.
Belly, maybe? Just after that? We rode it. Right, Tammy? You had to have. I've never been to Disney without you. We rode the original Test Track.
Y'all went in 02? No. Was it 02? No, it was 05.
Yeah, it was 05.
No, wait, it was in 06.
It was 06.
It was 06.
We went in 06. I believe it was still running then. So
yeah, it's just when even when I compare Test Track 1.0's queue to Test Track 2.0, 1.0 wins hands down, because you know you've got all these machines around you testing, you know, car parts while you're in the queue. There's so much more to look at while you're waiting in that queue in Test Track 1.0.
Yeah.
And so with Hall of Presidents, you've got all the artifacts.
Good call. Tammy clarified, I wrote it, but she never did because she was 6 months pregnant with Jillian. So Jillian was going to Disney in Mummy's belly.
I was born to love Disney.
Yes, facts. So I was going to say Aaron had me with his first dissertation of Hall of Presidents, but I think what gets me over to Test Track is the fact that you can create the cars, which I think is really fun and neat. So I would go Test Track.
Yeah, I guess it's just a history buff in me. It's the history buff in me too, because I like looking at the historical artifacts.
Me too. I love history.
That's what ultimately drives me to Hall of Presidents for me.
Yeah.
History is my favorite.
Well, because I can look at actual presidential artifacts.
Yeah. No, I do love that a lot. I love museums and I love history. But I think it's the building of the cars that does it for me. We've got to, well, we don't get too much
like I said, I can take or leave that.
And you know what's funny about these queues? We have
like I said,
Tower of Terror.
And this one I have to give the Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean, Soarin's pretty. The music is nice. The lighting is nice.
It's just blue lighting walking through a line.
Yeah, there's not much more to it, which is okay.
That's pretty much all Soren's got going for it is that the awesome lighting and the music, because I love that music, those movie scores they play.
I love.
Don't get me wrong.
With,
I don't mind standing in Soarin'. I love the music. As a matter of fact, I went to sleep last night to the Soarin' music loop in bed.
I love Soarin' music and like the lighting and everything, but there's also that just like ridiculous game, these gigantic screens off to your right that no one plays.
Oh, so have you ever noticed, Corey, that one of the songs they play in the queue for Soarin' is actually a Universal Studios movie?
What?
Universal Pictures. They play a Universal Pictures movie score in that queue.
Yes, they do.
I believe it. If I remember correctly, Apollo 13 is made by Universal, and they play the launch music from Apollo 13.
You got me thinking because no. I don't know why they do this. But you got me thinking. If you use the restroom in Soarin', I'll quiz you while everybody's voting there. What non-Disney score is played in the men's bathroom next to Soarin', which is probably the female bathroom as well?
I know they play the movie scores in there, but every time I go in there and I hear these scores, I'm always pulling out Shazam while I'm in there trying to identify them. So I can't name it right off the top of my head.
E.T.
Oh, that's true. I have heard that one.
E.T. And you wonder why.
Why is E.T. played in Disney World?
I don't know.
So there was one time,
and I was like, "Listen to this. This is E.T."
Might as well be like freaking Reese's Pieces dropped on the back of the floor.
Like, no mistaken.
So Corey, get this. One time I got on one of the transport buses to Park Hop. I got on and I heard Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter. I'm just like, really? This song on a Disney bus?
Wow, that's really weird.
I must say though, the E.T. song, like the E.T. song, is like one of my favorite pieces of music ever.
Another John Williams. Yeah, so make sure you guys are voting for Q only, because something that I wanted to mention was that you could vote for a better, like you can have two rides, for example, Soarin', Hollywood Tower of Terror. I can't blame people if they like the Soarin' ride better than the Tower of Terror ride, but it's okay to vote for the Hollywood Tower of Terror to have the better queue than Soarin'. There are some queues that are better than the ride. Oh, we have a tie.
Honestly, my single favorite part about the Hollywood Tower of Terror queue is the music that they play there. Because, it has this very Ghost of the Past kind of sound effect on it. And it's really eerie.
Soarin' is going to move ahead, and I'd like to know why. I don't usually question that. But, was it because people did vote more for the ride itself? I just can't see how Tower of Terror could lose to Soarin' straight up with the queue.
Well, it did.
It did. So we move on. It's official. Monica says she thinks there was some confusion.
All right. What's next?
We are moving on to Story Time with Belle in Magic Kingdom beside Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Flight of Passage.
So Enchanted Tales with Belle versus Flight of Passage.
Yeah, that's right. It's Enchanted Tales with Belle. I literally threw this bracket together in 5 minutes.
So, I think Flight is going to run away with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the animatronic and the tank alone.
The one really cool thing about Storytime with Belle is how the mirror changes right in front of your eyes. That's
Does that really
imaginary.
count as does that really count as the cue though? That's part of the pre-show. That's the actual pre-show.
I consider any pre-show part of the queue, because you're still not on the actual ride. Like, they're still entertaining you.
Well, yeah, I would say that if it was an actual ride, but this is a, kind of a show, and this is just the first part of the actual show.
I guess that's debatable. Because from there, it's been a long time since I've done
Yeah, from the mirror room, you go into the room where they hand out the roles to the kids and the adults.
Right. So that's
and then
still
they get
not really,
and they
that's not really the show still. I lost your audio.
I stopped talking.
Oh, okay.
Corey's trying to make me mute. He's trying to mute me, y'all.
See, the thing is, I think you lose your argument when this is good practice for the podcast coming up.
Oh yeah.
I think you lose your argument when you've got a little bit of a show, but it's kind of like they regress, and now let's stop everything in the magic and let's give out acting roles to everybody. Kind of makes me think you should do that first, and then do the music.
Well, it does make sense within the story though, because you go into that room and the dresser, I forgot her name, she tells you that they're wanting to retell the story of how Belle and Beast met to Belle, and that wouldn't make sense before you go into the mirror.
Yep, and that's where I forgot about that. But yeah.
So the entire thing is part of the experience. Even the sorting out the roles is part of the story.
All right, let's move on. Muppets 3D and Frozen.
This was actually pretty tough for me because I like all the Muppet artifacts in the pre-show room for Muppets.
So last week, Sarah J pops in, or Thursday, right? She pops into the stream saying that she has no food for her child. Today, she has no clothes for him.
Uh-oh.
Yikes. I'm just giving her a hard time. We've got the boats coming in. I see a lot of twos. I see a lot of Frozen again.
I do like both of these cues. Once again, Disney is just great at creating cues. So I can find things I love about every cue, and it's just hard for me to vote against one or the other in most cases.
No, because you can go into the Muppets queue, and some people might just see a big open area where you're waiting. There's some TVs and some stuff against the walls, but the theming of that is incredible. The little outfits,
all the Muppet artifacts alone just make that pre-show room awesome.
It does. It really does. And I just discovered that when you first walk into, you're right, with the sign that says the key is under the mat. We finally looked under the mat and found the key.
Yeah, it is there.
Sarah says, nope, you wrong. My child has clean clothes. I don't have clean clothes. Get the story straight. Okay. Okay. Well, then you're a good mom. You're going without.
Corey's trying to make Sarah J sound like a bad mother. How dare you?
She's a great mom. I got to witness that at Disney. Big summer blowout. There goes Frozen again. Is Frozen the dark horse to get to the finals?
The only thing I hate about responding to text messages on computer is it's hard to use an emoji keyboard on a computer.
Yeah. We have Space Mountain, and the first time ever. Wait, did we even have Space Mountain yet? No, we didn't.
No, we haven't.
It's Space Mountain. This is cool. These are the buys. Space Mountain versus It's Tough to Be a Bug. Man, you're inside the Tree of Life.
I'll be honest, I've only done it stuff to be a bug once, so I don't even remember the queue whatsoever.
Aaron's only done his stuff to be a bug once. Well, you know what? You and I are even because we've only done tiki birds once in the history of our lives.
Well, you got to remember, I'm scared of spiders, so this scene in Tough to Be a Bug where the spiders come down from the ceiling kind of spooked me.
Oh, Jill can comfort you then, or maybe not because she's scared of him too. Remember, guys, we're voting on best queue. The ride has nothing to do with this. Zero, nothing. Forget what you like about the ride. It's all about the queue and the queue only.
And honestly, the only thing I love about Space Mountain's queue is that first room when you first walk into the queue and you have that music playing and you have that big board that says Starport 75.
Yeah.
That music in there is my favorite part of the Space Mountain queue. I went in there the other day after not riding it for like 2 weeks, and I just stood in there for about 5 minutes just listening to the music. I was like, go ahead of me, because I want to hear this music.
No, it's tough to be a bug. I mean, the theming on that, like the movie posters, are all bug themed. And
yeah, I'm not going to take a vote on this one because I can't remember. It's Tough to Be a Bug's queue, so it's not fair. But I will say that my favorite part of Space Mountain queue is that first room with that music.
Space Mountain won. I mean, it is classic. It's classic.
My other favorite part is when you get almost to the part where the switchback is. You're going back up the ramp, and you got that video playing off to the left side. How stuck that video is in the 90s because they're all wearing 90s clothes.
I know, right? You know, we could almost do a queue. I don't even know what you call it. Post-ride queue, because like Space Mountain would go a long way with me for post-ride.
Oh yeah. Honestly, off the top of my head, I can't think of another ride who has a better post queue. Am I missing something?
Are you missing something?
Am I seriously missing another ride off the top of my head? Because I'm really trying to think quick. If there was another post queue that even comes to the level of the dioramas in Space Mountain's exit queue.
My favorite diorama is the dinner scene with the robot serving dinner.
Yeah.
And I would just love
that's the one I think of.
And eat dinner. I really would.
Oh yeah. Definitely the best one.
Small World has Disney characters. Everybody in the chat. Monica says Tammy is a real mom too. They're talking about real moms. # real moms. And I said salute to all the real moms. And Monica said Tammy is a real mom too. Go Tammy for making dinner like a boss. She's a good cook too. Like I have never seen this girl burn anything ever. I swear ever. In like the entire time we've known each
Corey,
other.
me and you. So what we need to do one night this week, Corey, we need to sit down. We need to figure out when I'm going to come over and we're going to watch Goofy movie and I'm going to fix spaghetti.
Yes, and we need to have Texas toast with that. And if the stream wants to hang out with us live in the kitchen, they can do it. Oh yeah, when she did it. You tried to cook like mac and cheese with no water in it. You almost caught the microwave on fire. That's the only time. Dude, my wife made the best Philly cheese steak tonight, says James.
So did he go to D'Angelo's?
Right? I was thinking the same thing. All right, so we've got Slinky Dog versus Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is what Christina is probably in that queue right now. She's probably still in the queue. She's probably still in the queue.
She set up a tent so she can be there when the ride opens first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So
why we haven't seen her lately in the chats.
Sarah J. I agree with her. This one is very hard. Tammy, Slinky Dog versus Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Okay, this is an impossible choice.
You know what? It's not that hard for me. The theming in Slinky Dog is just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Like you're in a yard. You're size of a toy. You're underneath like Monopoly boxes or whatever. It's crazy. I don't think there's even a debate. Matter of fact,
Okay.
I think.
Okay, you know what? I'll give it to Slinky Dog for Slinky Dog speaking in Spanish for the safety spiel alone.
Yeah, hang on. No, I mean, the Chinese theater is impressive on its own, and I understand you can't really do much more than that because you're supposed to be attending a film, so you can't. I think Mickey and Minnie's is restricted to that. So I don't know for originality.
I mean,
and everything, I think it lacks in that.
I mean, you
think-
also got to think about this. With Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, they were also transforming the Chinese theater. What kind of outrage would they have gotten from great movie ride fans if they had changed the inside of that from being a theater?
My question is this: what are they doing in Disneyland for the theming inside of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? I'm really, really curious. That thought just came to my mind.
That's a good question because you know their Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is going to be in Toontown.
Yeah.
So they can be as cartoony as they want.
Right. So my guess is it'll be another theater, but it won't be anything like the Chinese theater. That's gonna be my guess. James, she can't be on Rise again because it doesn't work. Saving for Disney says this mom might not cook like a boss, but I sure mow the yard like a boss. That would be nice now and then if Tammy mowed the lawn. That would be nice. Oh boy, am I getting a look from the kitchen. She laid down the law when we first got married. She goes, outside is yours, inside is mine. So there are benefits to that. I don't have to clean the house. That's right. I'll tell you one thing. When we lived in Maine and it snowed like 5 feet at a time, I would always snow blow, but if it was at times where it needed to get done and I was at work, Tammy would come out and she would snow blow like a boss. And then she'd go to all the wives on the road and talk smack. Like, yeah, that's right. I'm the only woman on the road that will snow blow.
And then you broke the electric start and I had to pull the chain.
That's right, you did.
That was me.
10-3, Slinky Dog, guys. 10-3. Hopefully, I think we're providing some good content.
Corey, I don't know how you haven't been forced to sleep on the couch or outside yet with all the things you've said about Tammy over the course of your streams.
Yeah. It's called knowing me since I was 16, and I can pretty much get away with anything.
Another child.
And she just chalks me up as her third kid. So
yeah, I've heard this.
Because
literally, you'll be going off about something on the stream, and I'll be back there with her. She'll say, "This is why I say I have 3 kids."
And I embrace that. I embrace it. So if we can separate that stream, we will jump over to Haunted Mansion versus Navi River Journey. For the first time, welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. Man, there's a lot going on in Navi River Journey. There really is.
Where's your shirt? Is it over there?
All right, hold on. I gotta mute just a second.
This is an example of where ride for ride, Haunted Mansion is hands down way better than Navi River Journey. But if we're talking just cues, I think of the amount of immersiveness. Are you oh, boy. All right. I think I'd go Haunted Mansion. I was starting to lean towards Navi River Journey, but then I remembered the books you can play with in the queue, the instruments you can touch, the interactive gravestones. the stretching room. So I don't think there's even a doubt. Beth says, Crayola Kid says Navi River Journey, though. So it won't be unanimous. Oh,
Okay,
James.
I'm back.
I kind of did this with James when I came on the stream, but James wasn't here yet.
Don't stab me, Corey.
I usually don't pull these out unless Tom or Spokesman is on screen with us, but $14-1. This has been a really fun bracket, and it's only going to get more fun as we go along. All right, we're on to the next one, and I don't want to speak too soon, but I have not made a mistake yet and advanced something that should not advance.
Don't jinx yourself. Find wood, quick. Knock on it.
Does cardboard count?
No, it doesn't. That's
Dude,
actually.
I'm telling you, that needs to be your centerpiece. I got one on the wall too.
All right, since he's distracted, I'll read the choices out, guys. Star Tours or Smuggler's Run. So 2 Star Wars attractions up against each other. Which queue is better?
Smuggler's Run. Oh wow, we put 2 Star Wars rides together. How about that?
And again, this is another one where I love both queues for different reasons.
Jessica says, I can see you in the new Haunted Mansion cap, socks, and Jill with the new Spirit jersey, ears, and Loungefly. I'm going to have to check that out. New Haunted Mansion merch came out today, Aaron.
I saw that. I hadn't actually looked at it, but I saw the
Jessica said she
article
could
about
see
it.
me in the hat. I need to see the hat. I am still debating the Space Mountain hat.
Need to buy it. You know better.
I know. I'm going to probably put it on again on Saturday.
What is it? Is it that trucker style?
Huh?
Is it that trucker style hat?
It is.
I don't like the trucker style hats. They're a little stiff for me, and then they got that mesh on the back. I'm wearing it to protect my head. I don't need the sun getting through to it.
Exactly. It's 2 of the reasons why I've balked at it. Is it was a little boxy at the top, but maybe it's because it had the cardboard inside. I might take
No,
the
truckers' hats are like that anyway.
I might try it on one last time, and if I doubt it, I just need to walk away. Jill will be back shortly. You know what's funny? I didn't even know she left.
That's horrible, Corey.
I love her, but I'm just so into the stream right now. No, seriously, I am definitely I'm an airhead sometimes.
I think I've noticed this in the time that I've known you.
You know what I think I chalk it up to? It's gonna be this. You know how they say geniuses lack common sense? I must be smarter than I think, because that's the way
I resent that remark. I resent that that saying.
Well, I don't know.
I consider myself quote unquote smarter than the average bear, but
I don't consider myself a genius. But I do have several certifications, and I've graduated from college twice, so I must be some kind of smart.
Hey, boo-boo, where's your picnic basket?
I am an airhead, though. And I forgot why.
Did I cut out? Did you hear me, Corey?
There was a story to follow. There was a story to follow that. What was I gonna say? See,
you are an airhead. See, you forgot.
I know. I'm all over the place.
But did you hear me, or did I cut out? Because I did an impression.
Oh, I didn't hear the impression.
I just said, "Hey, boo boo, where's your picnic basket?" And I'm sure that was a horrible impression, but you get the reference.
No, yeah, I did get it. It was good. It was good. James says I can bust that myth, Corey. I've got 2 degrees as well. Do you have common sense, James? I think I
Okay,
have
so
common
wait.
sense. I just think I do things that are just like spacey sometimes.
So wait, who was that? That was Saving for
What
Disney
was
that said
one, only
Wilson.
one by two.
So Wilson, howdy ho, neighbor. Corey is totally spaced out and missed that reference.
What, Wilson?
Yeah, howdy ho, neighbor.
What is that? Is that
It's Home Improvement, man.
oh, I wasn't a big home improvement guy.
Corey, come on. See, Magical Mana's got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I wasn't a big watcher of that. I didn't mind it. Well, I watched it now and then, but like it wasn't a priority. Okay. Here is the thing that people see more of the ride itself. It's the Rise of the Resistance queue before you get turned out of it. So I'm just joking.
Okay.
I love rides so much. I just have
So
some
I'll be honest. I've only done the main queue one time, and that was on opening day. So
Yeah.
I don't remember it all that well.
I only did Rise once, and I'll tell you what, when I was in the queue, this was actually my first. This is an example of how the ride is way better than the queue. I was not impressed with the queue.
I wasn't either.
I was not impressed with the queue. I kept saying something else, something better has to happen here, because it was all caves, and it was all like uniforms and lockers and things like that, which by itself does make it an outstanding queue. But that became something we were already accustomed to, because Rise didn't open for months, right? Before we were already walking around Galaxy's Edge. And what did you see in different spots in Galaxy's Edge? You saw helmets and guns and uniforms and lockers. So it's something we
Here was my suggestion that they could have used to make this better. You know, in Navi River Journey, they used that kind of Pepper's Ghost screen effect to put, you know, the Navi standing there talking to you.
Yeah.
They could have used that and put that to where the Resistance fighters were working on their computers, and you could have seen them working on their computers.
That would be awesome. And that's something Disney could have pulled off. I like that. The one thing that did impress me, though, is if you're a Star Wars fan, there's several movies now at this point where you've got those control boards, like the screens, and they had those up in certain areas. When I first saw that first one, to see that in person was a thrill for me. I was like, whoa, that's like the strategy board or the map, you know, from A New Hope, you know, and Rogue One. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, there's not much to Dumbo's queue, though. I mean, they've got that playground, but, you know, that's only for little kids, and the parents just get to sit there fiddling on their phone until their buzzer goes off.
So I think for lack of that, I think you would have to give it to Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, there's more. While Rise doesn't have the best queue, it still does better than Dumbo.
J. Raphael says, I'm on 8:45. Tell me I'm behind, because my stream usually is a couple of minutes late when I just tune in. Well, we've been here since 7:30. But welcome, Jay. Rise of the Resistance wins by a lot. I like talking out these cues. All right, we've got Winnie the Pooh, guys. Winnie the Pooh versus Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
This is a tough one because they're both very, as far as the practical effects go, they're very similar in their cues. Of course, they're themed to their respective IP, but they're very similar in terms of the actual physical objects and what they do.
Yes, it's very interactive. I think you know, when I really think about it, I think hands down you got to go Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I think it's that because a lot of it is similar with the rock work and all that stuff. And I like how the kids can interact with the garden and all that in the board with the honey. But you've got the diamonds or the boards you used to be able to play with, the interactive water. And then spinning all the barrels. Like if you can get everybody to spin all
I
the
was about to
barrels.
say the spinning barrels alone probably gives it 7 dwarves for me.
Yeah.
Because I love trying to get other guests to go interact with me and get all the barrels spinning so we can get Snow White to show up. And it's just a fun way.
Neil said we weren't counting the stormtroopers, but okay, here's another one of those debates. When for you does the queue end?
The queue for me ends when you're sorting that first pre-show with Rey, because that's the start of the actual full experience of the ride.
Yeah,
because that second queue, once you get in onto the Star Destroyer with the room with the stormtroopers, that's still part of the experience of the attraction because you're being hoarded into an interrogation room. That's the storyline that you're going through.
Yes, I agree. So stormtroopers is part of the experience, not the queue.
So for me, the queue ends and the experience begins in that first pre-show room with Rey.
Yeah. He says no. The queue is the whole way.
I don't agree up with this ride because everything after starting with that first pre-show is just so crucial to your enjoyment of the entire attraction. It just wouldn't work without it.
Yeah, because you've taken a ride to the stormtroopers. He says no, that's not the ride, but you actually take a ride to the stormtroopers.
Yeah, the turntable that you're
on. David Jacobson says Winnie replaced Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yep.
12-2, 7 dwarves. Good debate though, Neil. I have a feeling Neil's all fired up in his recliner right now.
Probably is.
Which is okay. That's what the bracket is.
Which you are waiting and standing. Yes, you are, but you're waiting and standing in storyline to be sorted into your interrogation room. That's part of the experience. It's not you waiting for the experience to start.
Yeah. Journey into Imagination versus Dinosaur. Imagination.
I got to give I personally have to give this one to Imagination because I love all the hidden things having to do with previous Disney movies. You got things hidden from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You got things hidden from Flubber. It's just there's one more. I just like the hidden things in the Imagination queue.
Which queue do I enjoy more? Yeah, I suppose I would just go on enjoyment on this one. And I enjoy going through Journey into Imagination more than I do Dinosaur. Dinosaur, I kind of just walk through.
Dinosaur is just get through it as quick as you can.
And to be honest, this is something that you and I can comment on more than people that vacation to Disney. Like you want to soak in every queue and enjoy every moment. But when you go often enough, there are some queues that we just want to get through and get to the ride. And Dinosaur is actually one of those for me. Like I'm done with the video.
I have always found myself walking as quickly as I possibly can through the Dinosaur queue to get to the pre-show. Because the pre-show with Dr. Seeker and the woman, I forgot her character's name, but that's where the fun begins on that ride for me.
Yeah. I just feel like I've seen that video so much. Like I just want to get to the ride. Like I don't even care about that video. To be honest.
Hello there.
Hello there. It's okay. It's okay. But when you've seen it a bunch of times, it's like, okay, I just want to move on. Let's get to the ride. David Jacobson says, have you been on Monsters, Inc. ride in Disneyland? No, not yet. I have not been to Disneyland.
Most of your, I'll say this, most of your Disney World YouTubers have not been to Disneyland. Surprisingly.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I told Tanya all of us have to go together.
Just imagine the Gasparillos crew out there at Disneyland.
Can you imagine? That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
late night chats won't begin till like 2 a.m. Eastern
know, right?
time.
And people would watch. Neil
Mhm,
says,
it's true.
hey, Neil says, so is the movie room part of the queue in Dinosaur? Yes.
I would put that one as part of the queue.
That would be equal to Ray. Actually, maybe not.
No,
Ray is part of the experience. Well, then
Ray is
now
part of
that's
the.
debatable. That's debatable.
Well, see, the thing is with Ray's room, it's you can't really leave that scene behind because you lose part of the story. Whereas with Dinosaur, if you leave the pre-show room behind, you're not missing anything really.
Well, you are because you're getting like your mission.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you don't
like
know why
right
you're
now, let's take it right now. With Rise of the Resistance, you get the full experience. They're doing everything. But with Dinosaur right now, you're skipping that pre-show room.
Oh, you mean in these current times?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'd rather you not skip it, but you just kind of have to right now. Mickey's PhilharMagic versus Everest. What do you think? Mickey's PhilharMagic versus Everest. It's Everest.
I'm not choosing this one because again, I've got another queue where I like the lighting, I like the music. It's not extensively themed, but I just like being in that pre-show room for Mickey's PhilharMagic. So I can't choose on this one.
So let's see. James G says he knows a person that works at Disneyland. Neil says, so it's when you get in the car, same as Rise. James is funny. So yeah, I mean, do we have those matched up together now? So I got to think this out. So is Seeing Ray? Seeing Ray has to be the same, exact same as the pre-show with Bill Nye, because the next time you go through that door, the ride begins. Do you agree with that?
I'm sorry, I was reading in text. What'd you say? My apologies.
I'm just trying to sort this out with Neil to clarify. Yeah. So I think it's only fair that if listening to Ray and Bill Nye is the same, then that's the end of the queue once you go through each door, because that's when the ride begins. To me, that's still the queue.
I don't know, just for me, and this is how I have felt since day one of Rise. When I enter that pre-show with Ray, to me, that's when the experience of the entire ride. It may not be the physical ride vehicle that I'm getting on, but the actual attractions experience is starting. Because to me, Rise of the Resistance is an experience from beginning to end. It's not just the physical ride portion. That's the ride to me.
Neil needs to be in this discussion. So, okay, if Neil wants to come on, we will finish this bracket, and then we will, if Aaron wants to, we'll see if we can sort that out.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, I can call him and put him on speaker. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that when this is done. He says they do it to make you forget about how long the wait is. It's true. Did we get it? Did we get a winner yet here with PhilharMagic and Everest? I don't think so. Not yet. Joy is working hard. Thank you so much, Joy. Everest wins. This is a good one, man. This is a good.
This is a tense debate right now.
It has sparked so much discussion. This queue. I mean, this bracket for the queues. Toy Story Mania versus Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Oh my gosh. Just for the crank and handle push alone, think I got to give it to Big Thunder Mountain. Although the thing that I hate about Big Thunder Mountain's queue, it is so poorly ventilated. It is always the hottest queue you can get into.
Mm-hmm.
They need to put more fans in that.
Mm-hmm. And blast more AC.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Tammy says Mania.
I do like Mania though.
Yeah, I'm going Mania. I think they have awesome theming in Big Thunder. It's mind blowing, but I just like the big Uno cards and the games and Potato Head and the crayons. Even the details.
Even though I hate how poorly ventilated it is, I have to give it to Big Thunder because I like all the interactive elements. The TNT that you have to crank to ignite, the things where if you spin it, you can see like a slideshow reel almost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the other things where if you spin it, you get like this blasted scent at you. I just like the Big Thunder Q better, and all the hidden artifacts of like if it was a real mining complex back in the Frontier days. I just love all of it. I think Big Thunder Mountain has a better themed queue.
Yeah, this is a good matchup here. Make sure everybody stays voting, and everybody that's involved. We like to keep as close to the original number of voters all the way through from start to finish. I'm late, like the White Rabbit. That's okay. You're here now, Michael, so that's all that counts. All
do you
right.
hear the thundering and do you hear the thundering and do you hear the thunder and lightning outside my house?
No.
It's thundering and lightning pretty bad outside right now.
Oh boy. We are up to Kilimanjaro Safari and Rock and Roller Coaster.
James says he hears it on my end.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Let's see, Kilimanjaro Safari versus Rock and Roller Coaster. This would be Rock and Roller Coaster for me. Monica says she heard it too.
So we have got. Oh boy. I would go Rock and Roller Coaster. I guess there's not much to say about that one. Oh, I hear that.
Yeah, it's going pretty good out there right now. Yay, Florida thunderstorms. I should probably check radar real quick.
No, I'm done.
Oh, he's still in his. He's taking
Is
forever.
he? Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Mobile order. I'm going to put my mobile order in now for, I don't even know what.
If you don't know, then
Pork chops.
All right, so I would normally have my phone plugged into a battery pack for this, but I am not chancing myself getting zapped while on my phone.
You're in your house. You're grounded.
Well, yeah, but I'm also on a surge protector, but I'm still taking steps just in case.
David Jacobson says, "Rock on." If anybody is new here, make sure that you hit that that subscribe button because we do a lot of fun Disney stuff here, and hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button.
All right, so Corey, I'm going to send you a screenshot real quick that you can I think you can show this.
Okay.
This is a screenshot of radar This is pretty frequent too. That's the amazing thing to me. All right. There you go, Corey. You can show that on stream.
Rockin' Roller Coaster is the winner. Neil says Aaron is the thunder and lightning in the queue, the rain, the ride.
My power just flickered.
Uh-oh. We could lose you. Jungle Cruise versus Peter Pan. It's the first time we've heard both of these tonight. Isn't that crazy?
Oh yeah.
Jungle Cruise versus Peter Pan. Ah, so you've got the interactive type of stuff in Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm now on my data for this live stream because my modem is rebooting now.
Oh, good switch.
So if you see it go dark around me, you'll know my power went out.
James just gave me an idea. It's almost like after the bracket, we can have a post show. Yeah. Welcome to the post show bracket on Living in Diz. For Carla Melvin,
Okay.
there's my voiceover. If Carla's still here. Yes, Carla is here. I love doing voiceovers. Not that I've ever done any, but I pretend.
So guys, if anyone that I know personally texts me right now, I can't see your text because I can't get the messenger right now. I can't even see the chat. I can't even see the chat right now.
So Jungle Cruise also has a lot of great theming to it. This is a tough one. It's like, how do you want to go about it? Nostalgia with Peter Pan, some of the cool interactive stuff in the queue.
I like the Peter Pan stuff. I think I like Peter Pan better.
Sure. I'll need some ketchup though.
That wasn't on the mobile
Hey.
order.
There's no condiments on the mobile order, on the mobile app.
About to say, Corey, you got to put that on the mobile order. You got to put it in the special request field.
Oh, that's right. See, I'm still new at this mobile order stuff. And I'll take an orange vanilla seltzer if you don't. Oh, actually, yeah, if you don't mind.
That wasn't on there either. You're cruising tonight.
Hey, where's the magic? You're supposed to be bringing me the magic.
Corey is so going to end up on the couch tonight.
Neil says all alone again. All alone again? Just can't wait to be all alone again. Peter Pan wins by a landslide.
Yeah, Peter Pan should win.
Thank you.
Who's drinking this?
I'm all set with that one if you want to get rid of it.
So I'm supposed to take this too?
Yep.
Oh my god, this is getting ugly.
So where are we here? We are moving on. It's the last round, guys. I mean, not last round. The last one in the second round is Splash Mountain versus Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, this one's tough. Okay, I abstain from this one because I'm biased simply because Splash Mountain is my favorite ride, period. So, and I know it has nothing to do with the ride itself. It's hard for me to separate the queue and the ride.
You have to.
I can't do it on this one, Corey.
David T says, sing for me. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
I'm sorry, I gotta do this. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way.
Oh, David,
Zippity-doo-dah,
all Disney World.
zippity.
This is all Disney World. Monica says that pirates water smell.
But the Splash Mountain smell too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't see the chat, y'all. Not until my internet comes back up and I can pull it back up on the laptop.
Well,
This
James.
This is your last order for the night, sir.
Thank you so much.
Do not
You've
put
been
any
co-
more orders, and the app is closed.
The app is now closed.
You've been cut off for the night.
Uh-huh.
Pay your don't forget to pay your tab.
That's right. I will tip her. I will pay my tab. I pay my tab.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna check on my modem.
All right. I pay my tab every day. Right. Splash doesn't smell in the queue like pirates, Aaron. That's true. You got to take some smells into account, right? So let's see. We'll wait for that final. Pirates of the Caribbean over Splash easily. I love the music. I love everything about Pirates. I'm trying to think of the queue in Splash. I don't think they're they're not that much different. It's a lot of rock. All right, we're moving along, guys. Christina says, "Yay, Pirates!" We're moving over to round 3. And round 3 starts with Pirates of the Caribbean versus Peter Pan. And my legs are burning. Ooh, I actually burnt my skin with my plate. What happened to the other Disney movie brackets that we planned? I don't think did we plan any other movie brackets? We have a small one with Disney animation. I don't know what else we would have had. Yeah, it's like burning my skin. The plate is melting to my leg. Sure. Miss, I could use a towel for my legs. This cast member, I'm telling you.
Cast member, this is customer, I'm telling you.
I'm a guest. So what type of bracket is this? It is the best cues. The best cues only. Has nothing to do with the ride. 0. It's all about the cue. Nobody here knows the Pan Q line as they all fast pass it. That is true. That is true. We rarely go through the regular line. So I know it, but I don't know it super, super well as far as all the interactivity stuff. Carla says, Timmy needs a cast member promotion.
I do. I need a raise. I need a huge promotion.
You're already high up. You're the manager.
Why am I working still?
I don't know. All right, so it looks like Pirates of the Caribbean is moving on. What happened to Aaron anyway? Where did Aaron go? Rockin' Roller Coaster versus Toy Story Mania. Rockin' Roller Coaster versus Toy Story Mania. It is, Christina. It's cues. and queues only. Has nothing to do with the ride. Because you can love a queue and not like the ride as much. Christina has literally gone on Rise of the Resistance way more times than me. I will move ahead of her someday, but not anytime soon. No, after this, Hannah, we're gonna have a debate. That's 2 more times than me, Christina, and 3 more times than Tammy. So Rock and Roller Coaster, Toy Story Mania. I'm going Toy Story Mania because, once again, I love the big Uno cards. It's just so cute. Rock and Roller Coaster has a lot of cool theming to it, but I think Toy Story would win out for me. Toy Story Mania is won out in the chat as well. Aaron is back in the green room. Neil has seen a limited area of that. So, Toy Story Mania it is. We'll advance that. Should we bring Aaron back? Should we bring Aaron back? Corey, after this, we're all going to have a Mickey Premium Bar. Sounds good, David, and we'll sing Kumbaya together after the debate. Reel it back in. We'll all meditate before we sign off. Just kidding. We might need it, though. Let's see. Let's let Aaron back in.
Yes, let me back
Welcome
in. It's not my
see.
fault that the cell tower in the area decided to go down and I lost complete connection. But my internet did come back up, though.
Corey, Alyssa agrees with Aaron. This is terrible. What is terrible?
I love that Alyssa agrees with me.
Oh, she disagrees with Neil.
Yeah.
So
Alyssa agrees with me.
Does Neil
that-
want to like hear on the stream or just call in? Everest versus Seven Dwarfs. How's that? You've got two like mountainous type of rides put together.
So, well, real quick, Corey, I wish you could see the lightning happening here. It is almost nearly constant. It's almost like a strobe light in the sky.
Wow. I love lightning. As long as it doesn't strike my house.
The return of Aaron the Trivia Killer.
It seems like a lot of Sundays go like this at our house. So we'll go to the pool. It'll be sunny and beautiful. Like yesterday was sunny, beautiful, hot. And I could see some clouds in the distance with some rumbling. So shortly after, Jacob and I got out, showered up, sat down to relax for the day. Look outside, and there it is. There it was. Pouring rain. Ooh, did I just hear some thunder?
Yeah, it's still out there. It's calming down, though. It's not as bad as it was when my power flickered.
So Christina is literally living in Disney right now.
So she should have the channel Living in Diz.
In like all 3 weeks she's here, like we haven't even seen her once. Good night, Hannah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I'm going to be disappointed. if I don't see Christina and her sister and her dad and her mom. We are at Magic Kingdom. By the way, our next park live stream is at Magic Kingdom this Saturday.
I haven't made up my mind yet. Remember I told you I still had a decision to make?
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you this. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. If I didn't hit the app 700 times today for a park reservation, I hit it 1,000. And I'm going to hit it some more later.
Wow.
Like seriously, like click. I literally had one hand on my computer while doing paperwork with the other today. Click, click. I had the cursor set up so I could just click that. It would take me in, take me out, click it again. For Magic Kingdom for 3 weeks from now. Just click, 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 click. Got nothing. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying, and if not, hopefully Sunday will still be available on the 30th for Epcot.
So I think my park passes this weekend are going to end up being Magic Kingdom Friday, Epcot Saturday, and Magic Kingdom Sunday.
Say that again.
Magic Friday and Sunday, and Epcot on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Everest beats Mine Train. I could see that going either way. Neil says it's weird, Disney cut park hours, and you can't get a reservation. How does that work? Oh, we had 2 late boats come in. Well, Everest still wins. And I would say once Joy puts it in, that's final. Unless we have a tie. Joy, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You're really helping to make the stream move along and be more interesting because I can yak the whole time. Let's see. The last 2 votes were Mine Train, but that still gives the win. Here we go. Here we go. I should get that soundbite of Slinky Dog. Here we go. Every time we go to the next one.
Hold on.
Dinosaur versus Rise of the Resistance. I'm going Rise.
I'm going Rise as well.
Isn't it so funny? Like, we could have a hard debate earlier with Rise matched up with something, but then you get to another round and it's like, oh yeah, Rise.
Oh yeah.
It's all about matchups. That's why they play the game.
Oh, we sounded good, Jay? Cool.
Actually, Christina, where are you Friday and where are you Saturday?
You know, I tried to meet Christina on Friday, but I left before we could meet up.
Well, I'm thinking if she's like just at a resort or something on Friday, maybe we could ride down and hang out. Because the parks will be closed. I can't even leave work and like say, well, I'll go over to Magic and stay till midnight. Because by the time I get there, Magic would be about closing the doors.
Yeah, Magic's currently closing at 7, but here in just a little bit, it'll be closing at 6.
So weird to leave the parks when it's daylight.
I know, it's awful.
David G says, Corey, you and Aaron need to be in your own Disney bubble like the NBA for these games. I've been at the Grand Floridian and heard conversations on the other side of that wall from the bubble. I just wonder who it was, you know. I didn't really stop to listen to the words they were saying, but It was
Little
definitely
did you know.
on that side.
Little did you know you were listening to LeBron James.
I know, right? Diane Hertz says the screen is all blurry. Is that like that for anybody else? No.
I don't see that.
Maybe go out of the stream, Diane, and come back. Or adjust your rabbit ears or put some foil around the ears there. That's funny. I've never heard of a blurry screen.
Well, her video resolution could be low. She needs to check her video resolution.
Set your video resolution to 720. I think Christina is all set with me now, with me asking where she's going to be, because her mom literally wrote that out for me, and I just don't even know where that is. And I ask her all the time, where are you going to be? Because she's not answering me.
Apparently, I'm missing a whole lot in my mod chat, so I need to catch up on this.
So 5 to 7, Rise of the Resistance. All right. Are we on to the next round now? Yep, the kitchen's definitely closed. No more mobile orders. But what if I want dessert? I guess I'm going to have to go to the quick serve area for dessert. I don't even know if there's anything for dessert. Oh, we have a whole new section here. Smuggler's Run versus Haunted Mansion. Are we going super classic or are we going totally awesome? I don't know. Paul D loves the Raptors. Grab and go. That's what I was thinking, Monica. It's going to be a grab and go to the kitchen. Hey, Stephanie Horton. I'm just acknowledging that you're still here hanging out with us. Thank you so much. Why don't we thank some people for just continuing to hang out with us? Stephanie, Carla, David Jacobson, Jonathan C., Betsy, Paul D. Your dad and I are actually going to Universal. Very nice. So, Aaron, I can tell you this. I can't put a time frame on it, but I believe we have decided to pick up our Universal passes once again. But
nice.
It's going to be a matter of just when we can do that at this point.
That's awesome. Well, let me know when y'all go into Universal.
Yeah, we'll have to do like a Tom, Tanya, you kind of thing, Jenny. It'll be weird. It'll be weird to be in Universal with all you guys. So, Smuggler's Run, Haunted Mansion, we've discussed those already, but I would...
I missed the Haunted Mansion one, so who would the Haunted Mansion originally go up against?
I'd have to look back.
Oh, look at James trying to cause trouble. No, Neil the Q-ins at the cemetery.
Is James trying to start trouble?
He is.
James is just setting up the post show. he's being a good producer and setting up the post show.
Jerry. Oh.
Yeah, because Neil says, is this the way we want to meet Neil? Like, I've never spoke to Neil. We're gonna meet a fired up Neil.
I have met Neil, and I've given him a ride back to his hotel before. So
have you really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Is Neil a smaller guy? Because his son is very small. We did take that away when we left. After we
I'll be honest. I don't remember. I just remember Neil being a really nice guy, and I was really happy to give him a ride that day.
We love his son. He's a great kid.
I've only met Robbie once. I keep trying to meet him, but I can never find him.
So we are waiting on Disney Stranger. Hello and welcome.
See, Neil said I'm a mellow dude.
I like Disney Stranger's logo. It's pretty cool.
I can't see it. Hold on.
David T says, Aaron and Corey, Kelsey will be at Universal Labor Day weekend. She is staying at the new Universal Endless Summer Resort.
Oh, cool.
I think I don't know. We may try one of those resorts once we have our Universal passes. We've never stayed at any of them. I'd hate to try one and then not be able to go into Universal. Robbie is more like his mom in height. Okay. So Haunted Mansion wins. Oh. I'm torn.
Bye, Millennium Falcon.
I'm torn by this one. I'm so sentimental about the Falcon, but I could almost see myself voting for Haunted Mansion over it.
Is this haunted room actually stretching?
Or is it your imagination?
Whoa, that was a good thunder.
I'm still
Good
feeling
rumble.
good. I'm still feeling good from my massage on Friday. Everything is so loose. My chest feels like it's open. Feels nice.
That was a good rumble.
I feel like I don't even know. I'm in someone else's body right now. Slinky Dog versus Space Mountain. No contest.
Have we reached the point where I have to abstain from every vote? Because we're just down to the point where I love all these cues equally for different reasons.
That's what happens in these brackets. Tension happens, indecisions, questioning life.
What is life?
And there is LD, the legendary.
Oh my gosh, L's here.
Has made her appearance. Hello, LD. Everybody's missed you. Everybody's been asking for you. I did like 500 push-ups. I sang. I flossed. L's using caps. Just kidding. You guys are allowed to use caps. The mods can use caps.
So I'll be honest. When you said this is the part where you start questioning life, the first thing I thought of was the first two lines to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is this the real life?
Is this just fantasy?
L, the post show is going to be great. Neil and Corey and Aaron are going to duke it out. Did we get a count yet on Slinky Dog? Did I miss it? $37 people on. Make sure you guys have hit that like button so that YouTube knows this is worth watching. So I have to say, I made a mistake, and it's not really my fault, but I think it was the app counter. I was talking about how our next vlog would be our 400th. What was actually our 400th was anything. Like that live stream the other night, Saturday night, was our 400th combined vlog live stream. Because the counter changed once YouTube rendered our live, my counter went to 400. And I was like, oh, after all that build up.
See, what you need to do is just count your vlogs separate from your live streams and figure out how many actual pre-recorded vlogs you've uploaded.
Oh, we have a late vote coming in, and it's a tie. Is there anyone else that didn't vote that wants to break this tie? If not, it's up to Tammy. Oh, David in SC. Hello, David in SC. Drops in with a Space Mountain. Oh, LSU Tiger Gal says, Slinky Dog, we are tied again. We are tied again.
All right, I actually haven't voted yet, so I'm going to give it to.
By the way,
I-
go ahead. 8 to 9. No tie.
I'm going to give it to Space.
What did win though? Space did win.
Oh, no, Pollyanna voted. No,
Is it a tie again? Pollyanna?
Well, I hadn't voted yet, so I gave my vote to Space. So I think Space still has a 1 vote lead. I don't know.
David T came in with Slinky.
Well, now it might be a tie again.
Me too. What's the official? Who do we have an official winner on that one? Joy.
All right, Joy, pick it. Tell us.
Poor Joy. Yeah, so L, the conversation has come up again as to should I get the Space Mountain trucker hat?
No, he shouldn't.
Yes, use numbers, please, guys, when you vote. Numbers only, 1 or 2. It's like going to the optometrist. 1 or 2.
Can I see 1 again?
That's what I always do. I go, can I see 1 again? Okay, can I see 2 again? Okay, one more time. Yeah, 2. I'll take 2. So Space Mountain wins.
All right. So my phone was not my phone was not very charged to start with, so I'm having to take a chance here because I'm down to 39% on my phone.
You are a disaster tonight, my friend.
I know. Maybe I should just grab my battery pack out of my bag and use that for a charge instead of the hard line.
Matt has the People Mover trucker hat, and I kind of like that one too. That's the style hat I used to wear in Little League.
All right, let me get my anchor out of my bag so I don't have a connection to the landlines. Hold on.
Okay. Frozen versus Flight of Passage. Frozen versus Flight of Passage. So, Matt, if you want to vote, we are not voting on rides. Forget about the ride. The ride, it's just the queue. Your vote stops at where the ride begins. And Neil knows where every ride begins, where the queue starts and ends, and that's it. It's the queue. So the Frozen queue versus the Flight of Passage queue.
There we go. Okay. So now I'm connected to my battery pack, so I'm not connected to the power outlets.
David T says, plug it in, plug it in.
I remember that jingle too.
And what was it? Wasn't it plugins? Glade.
It was Glade.
plugins?
It was Glade plugins.
We may have Glade plugins in the house.
They still make them. I just don't use that jingle anymore.
Oh, Tammy said we don't. We have something that plugs in the wall though.
So what do y'all have then? Airwick? Febreze?
I don't know. She has all kinds of things, but we do Magic Candle Company. We do.
I keep wanting to order. There's a few things off of Magic Candle Company I want to order. I want to order the splash smell. I want to order the Fiji smell.
We have some of those. I'll tell you what though, word of warning, don't think it's cool to order Rome is Burning because it smells like your house had a fire. Like literally like half the house burned and you're left with that smell and you can't get it out. That is Rome is Burning. Do not get Rome is Burning.
I didn't want Rome is Burning anyway. I think the top 3 that were on my list were the Polynesian, Splash, and Fiji. I think I also wanted I think it's called Banana Rum. It's supposed to be a smell from Pirates.
Yes, we have that one. Oh, Christina has the Magic Candle Company subscription. Yeah, Magic Candle Company's cool. Flight of Passage, 16-0. Frozen was strong coming into this round and just got dominated.
Well, I guess Frozen needs to just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Oh, how about this? The two top rides, well, I think they're the two top rides, in all of Epcot matched up together. We've had some very cool, interesting matchups. We've got Soarin' versus Test Track.
Well, let's see. Neither of these cues really have anything to them, so I think I'm going to go with Soarin' for the music.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Test Track has a little more to offer in the queue, but I really enjoy the music. I like the lighting. It's calming in Soarin'. You're excited about the ride you're supposed to take. Not that you're not excited about Test, but you know what? For Test Track, I'm not excited. I don't care about that queue. Oh, but wait a minute. Jillian said building the car is part of the queue. So, see, that puts me over the edge. I have to take Test Track.
This goes into the debate we're having after the stream. Where does a queue end and where does it begin? And where does the ride begin? And for me, you know, I don't know if I really consider building the car part of the queue. I mean, I know there's another line after that, but
I feel like a queue is anything that entertains you before the actual event.
Which I guess by that definition, it would fit with Test Track that the building the car would be. But now I'm going to say this for after before I continue my thought. See, Neil's like, here we go again.
I'm going to say that in the C-3PO voice. Here we go again. Neil, does the queue make it inside?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Definition of queue. We're going to fire up the Google machine and ask the Google machine what the definition of queue is. There is no definition here listed of the few that really matches up with any of that. Well, it does say, though, that a queue is a line of things, usually people. If you skip a little bit, people waiting for their turn. And queuing up for movies, that means getting in line for a ticket. So the movie is the event, and the lobby is the queue. So I think my definition works. Thank you, miss. I'll take the check.
So, are we really need to agree on a definition on this. So, does the queue? Obviously, a queue has a line. That's the entire point of it, for you to line up, queue up for something. But does the queue end before the lining up begins? Because to me, queue is waiting for the event, like you said, but that does not necessarily include where you're lined up waiting to move from one scene to another in the actual experience.
I think that when we set a standard, you have to apply each standard to each queue, is what I think. David T says, Corey about Haunted Mansion, is the stretching room part of the queue line, or is it part of the ride? I think it's still part of the queue. It's not the actual ride. Tammy agrees with me. This is a fun debate. So Test Track wins.
So this is a good debate, but it's also getting very heated. Neil's getting frustrated.
Well, Neil has the choice. He can appear on camera if he's capable, or he can just call in.
Because you didn't finish all your peas, there'll be no dessert tonight.
Oh no!
I'm gonna treat this like 50 prime time.
Jamie
What?
said, "Welcome to 50s prime time, and you did not finish all your peas, so no dessert for you."
Oh no!
She's on fire. She's like the star of the stream, but just off camera. She's the kitchen talent, the kitchen comedy relief. Because last week she said she was gonna spank Aaron with a slotted spoon.
I remember this. I'm surprised I didn't get. I'm surprised I didn't get it Saturday at Epcot.
So, Flight of Passage versus Test Track.
What did she just say?
What did you just say? He said. You weren't listening to your other mother. She's decided she's old enough to be your mom. So.
She probably is.
Elizabeth says, from the end of the line until you get on the ride car. I am with you, Elizabeth. I am with you. Standard.
Wait, what did Elizabeth say? I missed this.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. I literally broke my bracelet. We're going to have to see if we can glue it. This is my Star Wars bracelet I got from...
Oh, the one that with your name on it?
No, my name is not on it. This is a nice bracelet. I got this from Disney Springs a couple years ago.
Oh,
It just literally like opened up on me. Well, maybe some glue will keep that together. Keep it together. Thank you for separating that stream, Joy. Did Monica step out and I didn't notice? The stretching room is a pre-show within the queue, says Elizabeth. You gotta love Elizabeth. She always speaks from confidence. Brenda says a Disney queue is a thing in of itself. It needs its own definition.
So
Matt always has interesting. Matt brings up good points all the time. What is Matt's definition of a Disney queue? Oh, she's back. Internet kicked her off. We've got voting going on all over the place. Looks like Flight of Passage is going to dominate. Too much excitement for Corey. I know I broke my bracelet.
Neil says he's feeling redeemed.
What? Because I broke my bracelet?
I think he's talking. So I think he's still talking about the debate.
LSU Tiger Gal says Haunted Mansion Dinosaur, Flight of Passage, etc. could have more than one queue. So are we saying now some rides can have multiple queues?
I would agree with that. So which queue are we talking about in this? That would then beg the question: which queue are we talking about in this
That's
bracket?
a whole new ball game. That would mean Rise does have two queues, which means the Stormtroopers are part of the queue, which makes Neil's point.
Yeah,
16 to 1.
If we're working off that definition, then yeah, I would agree with Neil. But if we're talking like it's one big queue, then no, I don't agree.
I think what we have to try to agree on first is a definition. Can we agree on a black and white definition of a queue first? Otherwise, we'll never agree. Matt says that's tough. Boy, did I create something tonight. And I didn't even know this was going to be the bracket. Walking into my house tonight, I had no idea what the bracket was going to be.
Neil's like, well. Neil's like, well. Neil's like, well.
Oh, totally, David. Rise is not a ride. I will never call Rise a ride. It is an experience.
Exactly.
Absolutely. But there are rides within that experience.
Yeah, exactly why. That's why I consider the queue ending when you go into the pre-show with Rey, because that's the beginning of the experience that is Rise of the Resistance. The experience is not just the physical moving vehicles.
I agree with Elizabeth C., says Brenda Shoes. The Disney queue is anything that occurs during the wait time before the actual ride car. How come Elle is not commenting on this? This is like something Elle would just jump in on. This is something where you gotta we gotta bring in Tom on this one.
Tom, where are you at?
This is a Tom thing too. I'm gonna text Tom and tell him there's a debate coming up on the channel.
It's like Tom has spoken.
Yeah, Tom could be pooped out. He's been out in that heat for days straight. Got a hot debate coming up on the channel as soon as the bracket's over, period. The debate is, what is a queue? When does it start? When does it end?
We need Tom in on this.
Okay.
Elle says she's here.
I know she's here. She's not commenting though. She's like lying in the weeds. Matt says you can't go by the ride car though. All right. Okay. Matt has spoken.
See, that's exactly my point. Matt is iterating my point. The ride does not begin with the physical ride vehicle. It begins when the experience of the attraction begins.
Elizabeth says Tom is exhausted. Yes, Tom has been known to not really be able to hang into the later part of the evening after a long day at the park or Disney Springs. He has not joined us for like the last later night things that we've had, like last 4 things.
I don't know. It's been a while.
I miss him. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in person in a while.
But then Elizabeth said, but then what is a pre-show? It's the beginning of the experience.
Do we have a final? No, we still voting on Haunted and Space Mountain? Neil says I have way more to debate this. Kim Stallworthy says on the attractions with ride cars, it is the queue before you get in the car.
I think that's too vanilla of a definition, I'll be honest, Elle. Oh, wait, that's Kim Stallworthy that said that.
Yes. What about
LSU Tiger?
Mind blowing. The cues. Ooh, we're still voting. 14-4, Haunted Mansion. I agree.
Corey, I just sent you a text.
Oh, look at this. We got another section here. Everest versus Rise of the Resistance. I think this is where Rise of the Resistance may exit.
Is vanilla a Floridian word? We don't say that in New York.
Jill's legs are broken again.
Oh, she rolling around on the hoverboard again?
Yeah. When
of
Jill
course she is.
Walk around the house, she just uses her hoverboard.
Yeah, Corey, look at that text I just sent you, by the way.
Alfred, I think you're talking about college football, right? All right. Everest versus Rise. I would actually go.
Everest.
I would go Everest as well.
And you did this for what?
Aaron's no insider text.
Hola.
Hello.
Oh, Neil, this is a private text, not having to do with this. Oh, hello. Hi.
Jill,
Yeah.
who's just floating around?
Is he? Okay. I'm on my hoverboard. Yeah. It's great, man.
I didn't know you took the camera.
Well, now you do.
Oh my. Corey's oblivious.
Jessica says, if anyone is interested tomorrow, you can try for a merch pass for Minnie's main attraction, Prince Charming's carousel items.
I still need some of the magic bands.
So Everest versus Rise. I would go. Yeah, I'd go Everest. There's a little bit of a mix here, though. I think Rise is going to edge it out, though. It is Rise 15-9. Tom says, what's happening here? So
a very intense debate, and I think I'm going to have Neil forever angry at me.
So we know, I was just saying, Tom, that I know how much wisdom you have. We love to hear Tom speak and Tom's opinions. We really do. So we've got something that's become a heated debate, which after this bracket, which will end in just minutes, this is a bracket queue. This is a bracket about Disney queues. What is the best Disney queue? So then it grew into, when does the queue end and the experience begin, or the ride begin? When does the actual queue end for each of these rides? And a few of us have different opinions as to where these queues actually end. So
apparently very heated opinions.
Yes. So Neil of Alyssa and Neil would like to debate this with Aaron and I as soon as we're done. So that's where we're at. So
L.
When do we place bets? Take them up. Take them up. Make the odds. So Pirates of the Caribbean versus Toy Story Mania. What is the best queue? And Tom, if you want to vote, you can. It's number 1, Pirates, or number 2, Toy Story Mania. Oh gosh, that's a tough one.
Me and Tom have had our debates before, so
I just love Pirates so much, but Toy Story is just so I just feel like, I don't know. I look at some queues and I think of effort. It just seems like more effort went into creating the Toy Story Mania queue than Pirates of the Caribbean. It just seems like more creativity and effort. I would go Toy Story Mania based on that. And Tom, you cannot take loving the ride or hating the ride or whatever into debate. It's queue only. You can't let the ride sway you one way or another. Monica says, looks like Joy has taken over my job. Joy is like unbelievable tonight. She's done an outstanding job this evening. So remember, so Tom says queues are this is what I was looking for. Here's the man. So queues are places in which people queue for something. Laugh out loud. There's no beginning or end, really. Disney and theme park queues have taken the idea of queuing into storytelling.
I agree.
So the question still is, when does the queue end? He says, but that's a literal definition.
So basically, what I think he's trying to say is, Tom's trying to say is, the experience is now blended into the queue. So there's really a gray line. It's no really solid black or white answer.
So we got a big debate coming up.
I think I got to agree with Tom on this.
About what?
Like, when does a queue end, and when does like the actual ride begin or event begin? All right, let's see. Is the queue a person? Is the queue in motion? Is the queue a place? We don't know. The queue is a letter.
A queue is a queue.
Jill, you have missed this entire debate.
All right, we're waiting to see if Toy Story Mania has defeated Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly, Brenda.
Toy Story Mania.
They
100%.
used to do those red RFID cards to measure wait times. I'd go by where they collected them on the older rides. Yeah, they do this all the time. 14-7 Pirates. How about that? Over Toy Story Mania.
I got to agree with the chat on that one.
And that's in the semifinals. Did we?
So we're down to the final. We're down to the final 3 votes.
Yeah, final 3 votes, guys. Let's move this along. We've got Haunted Mansion versus Flight of Passage. We've talked about them both. Let's do a quick vote on Haunted Mansion versus Flight of Passage.
Are you serious?
Tom says you're thinking Disney or Universal. LLQ is just a line. You queue to vote. You queue at the DMV.
We're talking Disney queues. Oh, David T said, Jill, you're practicing to be the floating ghost lady in Mickey's Not So Scary Parade.
That's
When you get older, you would love to do that, wouldn't you?
I got to go to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party last year, so I'm really happy that I got to experience it. And I saw in the parade, unfortunately, because mom wanted to see the parade. Whenever I took a video and I paused her, she got angry, and there's no audio because she wanted to be on FaceTime. So the videos I have aren't that good, but I do have a video of Constant.
I agree with LSU Tiger Gal, who says the queue ends when the actual ride takes off or show begins, but there are multiple queues. Dinosaur queue for pre-show and queue up for the ride. I agree.
See, that's to me, that's 2 sides of the same coin. Both LSU Tiger Gal and Tom have good points that I agree with both of them.
Hey, Nacho, welcome back. Rebecca Hilburn, hello. Tom says, this is a bad debate. Enjoy your game. A queue line. A queue is a line. Disney or not. A queue. So let's get a little more specific, Tom. Like, it really set off because of like Rise of the Resistance. Like, where does like the queue end in that? Some people think the queue ends. What were we saying? The queue ends after you see Ray.
No, when you're going in to see Ray. When you're going in to see Ray.
I think the queue begins like as soon as like you walk in. I don't know.
No, when does it end though?
When does it end? When it ends.
It ends where the line ends.
It ends where it ends.
Because I feel like the queue.
See, Tom is now.
The ride. I feel like the queue is just going into the ride. So I don't know. The ending queue ends when it's the end. I don't know. This is kind of
Haunted Mansion beats Flight of Passage.
Haunted Mansion brought down Flight of Passage. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Queue-wise, Flight of Passage. As much as I love the stretching room and everything, and Haunted Mansion is like one of my favorites. Queue-wise, I have to say Flight of Passage because
I don't think people did not take. I'm sorry. You go.
yeah, you're always talking over me. But like,
Oh.
yeah, queue-wise, Flight of Passage. Because especially like you're going to the lab, you know, you're going to be connected to this avatar. They're talking all this sciencey stuff. I said this already, but the lab is so cool. And the fact that you get to walk through like a little piece of Pandora before you go into the lab because of like where it connects. I don't know. I just think all of it's just super, super cool.
I mean, to see the Navi in the
Yeah.
tube and everything.
And not to mention
That's
that
hard
huge
to
like
beat.
circle area.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
just
that's hard
super
to beat.
cool.
So, hello to Adrian Aguirre. Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, anyone else is new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we do a lot of fun Disney things here. 2 nights during the week, we do some fun game live streams, Disney related at home. We live stream from Disney every week as well, every single weekend. And we have vlogs during the week. So lots of Disney fun here on this channel. Pirates of the Caribbean versus Rise of the Resistance. We're voting on the best queue in Disney World. Pirates of the Caribbean or Rise of the Resistance.
Is this the finale? Is this the championship?
Nope. This one will go to the championship.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
Brianna, welcome. Join the family. Hit subscribe. We have a lot of fun here. Yeah, living in Diz.
I'm going Pirates.
You're going Pirates. I would go Pirates as well.
Good night, Monica.
Good night, Monica. Happy birthday, Monica.
Happy birthday.
"21 again."
Happy birthday, Monica. Have a swell evening.
Okay, no, Aaron needs to do it.
I'm not warmed up for the Mickey voice right now.
I am practicing to be Constance in the parade.
Happy birthday, pal. See, I'm not warmed up.
You know what? That was even better than my dad anyway, so. No offense, but you tried, and I love you. You're great.
That's all right. I have a plethora of voices I can pull out.
Are they
He can do Yoda better than I can ever imagine to.
Oh yeah, his Yoda's.
I can do Yoda better than Yoda can do Yoda.
I'd like to see you go up against Frank Oz for Yoda. He'd probably blow you out of the water.
I don't know, man. I would take that challenge. That's one voice I would take that challenge on against Frank Oz himself.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do it.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, I told you when I was in the presence of official Lucasfilm people, I told them if they ever need a Yoda, I need an audition. Official Lucasfilm people. But they said, I think we got it covered. I'm like, no. Now, why is Elle saying false, Corey? What did I miss?
That you couldn't take down Frank Oz, I think is what she's referring to.
Do your Yoda. All right. What's one of my best Yoda scenes? Let me think of a good one. Let me drink some of this. Wet my whistle.
CL, I'm paying attention.
Corey, can you do yogurt? No, I don't remember that.
Who's yogurt?
From Spaceballs. My dad can do R2, Yoda, and Chewbacca. I can't do Chewbacca.
Oh,
Once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. How about that?
oh no, we've been jammed.
Did we get a we have a tie? Need more votes, at least one more.
Wait, here, I got it better. Corey, this is now.
Oh, this is now.
Speaking of voices, have you heard the Kermit on Muppets Now?
Spaceballs, the lunchbox.
12-11. Pirates is going to make it to the finals.
Ah.
Did we literally just get two classic Magic Kingdom attractions against each other for the championship?
Moosh is yelling for me.
Oh, he's yelling.
I'm
The husband
coming.
said your Yoda wasn't bad. Oh boy.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but still not your best.
Oh boy.
I didn't want
Ooh.
to get mad.
Corey, you're losing your touch.
I haven't really dry voiced tonight, but I'm not done now. I'm not done with Yoda. I'm not done. Literally, how is Pirates?
At least I can admit when my Mickey attempt at a Mickey voice sucks.
Here's the champion: Pirates of the Caribbean versus Haunted Mansion.
Ooh. For the championship, who takes it? I think I got to give it to Haunted.
You have to, right? Yoda, you seek Yoda. Take him to you, I will. But first, we eat. Good food. Come. Come. Good food. How was that? I don't even have to ask how that was. If Pirates wins, you can't be serious. Yeah, man. It can't win. If it does, I think people may have voted for the ride itself and not for
The husband is shaking his head. Corey says L.
Wow. Not cool.
I could just imagine what the mod chat's saying right now.
David T says, "Do or do not. There is no try."
No.
Corey keeps burying himself right now.
Where is this channel going from stream to stream?
All right, I've got to look at the mod chat.
David T. So did Corey do or do not with Yoda? Jill's sentiment was just echoed here. Ah. I get an A for effort, though. Do I get an A for effort?
Do you?
Do you really?
Sure.
Nervous goes.
You still haven't sent me this picture. I'm seriously waiting. Without this.
I have to take a screen. You can do it. Take a screenshot on YouTube.
No.
That's how I would do it.
But you seriously just straight up deleted it. It's not even your recently.
I'll look, but I think it's long gone. Once I upload to YouTube.
Mhm.
Oh no, I have the raw footage.
Exactly.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Who is going to come on top?
Shoulders always block my face. I'm so pretty. I do not want to be covered.
We are waiting for the final decision here.
My hair isn't.
I like how this bracket has taken almost 3 hours.
It's crazy, right?
All
I
because
know.
of the Q debates.
And and after our quick little debate, we'll be done because I'm going to eat up all my Streamlab hours or my StreamYard hours. 8. Wow, Haunted Mansion wins. You can't be mad at that. It took a funny path to get here, but Haunted Mansion is the winner. Congratulations, Haunted Mansion. Well, tell me that wasn't a most enjoyable bracket.
All right, let's get this going. Neil, come on, buddy.
So,
Oh
How
my
we
gosh,
doing?
look who's in the chat. It's the co-host of our Disney Playground.
Oh, hi, Andy.
except at Disneyland, maybe. Haunted Mansion wins. It was intense.
5 years from now, the Motley Fool.
So,
Wait, maybe we should ask Andy to come in here and get a little preview of what our Disney Playground is going to be like.
you could.
Andy, you want to come on the stream right now, buddy?
So let's see. Let me. We're gonna bring Neil in.
Huh?
He's-
We're bringing Neil in?
Let's see.
What? We're bringing Neil in?
Yeah, because
Andy says, give me 1 sec. So
he has to debate. He wants to debate about the queue, what the queue is, where it ends.
All
Where
right.
it begins.
okay, hold on. I'm gonna send this link to Andy.
Does Neil want to come on, or does he want to? Does he just want to call in?
Be careful who you send that to.
This is the mod chat.
But still. Be careful. I don't trust people. I say you just send it individually.
You know, I just thought, am I even following? Okay, I am following Neil individually.
So that is the that's the bracket tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody had a lot of fun with that. It was one of the most fun and enjoyable brackets I think we've ever done. Pretty entertaining. We do that every single Monday here. Have a really good time debating, not usually this hard, but talking
Bye,
about
Paul.
different subjects. Bye, Paul. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Yeah, and we are live from home on Thursday nights as well at 7:30 for Disney Trivia. Tuesdays and Friday nights are our premieres for our vlogs, where you can come in and interact with us while our video premieres. And yeah, and we are live every single weekend from Disney World for 6-hour streams where you guys can come in and hang out with us and take you around the parks, resorts, lots and lots of fun. So if that sounds good to you and you have not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe to us. And Living in Diz is all made up of Jillian, my daughter, my son Jacob, who's 12, and Tammy, and my wife. So let's unshare this screen. I think I have a special guest from New York on the line. Hey, Neil.
Hello there, Corey.
Hello, Neil. How's it going? Welcome to the
Hi.
stream.
Hi, Jillian. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Doing okay. Doing
Good.
okay.
Can everybody
Hey, Neil.
hear, right?
Neil, can you hear? Can you hear me?
I'm a real person.
He is a real person. Well, welcome. Pleasure to meet you. So, geez, it's been hours since we started this subject about the queue. So, yeah, say what you got to say, Neil.
All right. Now, Aaron, can we hear you?
Can you hear me? That's a better question.
Yes. I hear you, Aaron.
Okay,
I
we're
haven't
good then.
Since you gave me that car ride. It's only been in the chat.
I can tell Neil's from New York.
Yeah, this is the first time me and you have talked since the car ride.
That's right. And I'll always remember that. But pretty soon, I'll be able to give you a car ride. I can promise you.
Oh, cool.
That'll be really cool.
Yes, we'll all get to meet. I'm glad we didn't put it on the camera because I'm in my office right now, and literally, it's a shambles. Everything is in boxes, and pretty soon we'll let you know what's happening with us in the family. But anyway, let's go back to the queue debate. I did look up what a queue is on online. I Googled it, and according to what I read, a queue is a waiting line. So now we have to define, in Disney terms, where a waiting line starts and where a waiting line stops. Now, I've been going to Disney since it opened in Hi, everybody. They're all saying hi in the chat. Hi, guys. I've been going since 1971. My parents drove us down, and we stayed in the Days Inn, and all that was there was the Magic Kingdom and a couple of hotels and the Village. So I go way back. I was around 11 years old. Do not figure out my age yet. Thank you. So, to me, when I stand online, because Disney is about waiting online, not right now. I know that there's less crowds there now and there's not big waits, but let's be real. If it was August 10th, 2019, we'd be waiting on lines that were an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Some people wait even longer. So what is the queue and what is its function? To me, the queue is an absolute distraction to make you forget that you've been standing on your feet for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and doing this multiple times unless you have a fast pass. Fast pass is your one way around standing forever and you don't see the full queue. Am I correct, Aaron?
I'm with you so far, yeah.
Okay, so now, let's just go straight to Rise, which I can't believe didn't win, but I would assume it didn't win because of our defining what a queue is. So I look at this particular ride, and I'm not going to call it a ride. I know it's a spectacle, it's an attraction. I haven't personally been on it yet, but soon I will have that opportunity, I hope. Although Corey is trying his best also. But Corey, they're not going to shut it down. I know they have to fix it up, but it's too important an attraction to bring people in to Hollywood studios. There's no way they're shutting it. They need the people to come now, and that queue is part of it. Because when you stand online, and I know there's a part where you stand outside and you're walking through the mountain, et cetera, et cetera. And I know there's a portion where they hustle you into the room where you get to see the battle, et cetera, going on, and you get captured. And then they send you to another area. Well, why are they doing this? Are they doing this to get you prepared for what you're about to see? Or are they doing this to get you to forget that you've been standing in a line for maybe 3 or 4 hours? Because when Rise opened up, the line was how long? You guys, Aaron, you were there. How long was the line?
I was there opening day.
It was big.
It was big because you had all the boarding groups from day one, and they were gone pretty quickly.
Right.
And some people were waiting and never even getting on.
Right.
That's what we had
a
to
lot
do.
of people were disappointed. So now you're standing there, and if they just had a line, now I mean, like Pirates, if it was just standing there and you walk through Pirates, and you waited for your boarding group that long, I think you would be really bummed out to just stand there and look at rocks. So what they've done is, they're geniuses. They're Imagineers and geniuses. Yes, they've gone beyond what a queue is. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you're on that line, waiting, and being distracted from the wait to get to the point where you actually sit in that trackless, amazing vehicle. I mean, when you walk into the room, all I've seen is on video. My son won't even watch it because he wants to see the actual attraction. But when you see the stormtroopers, you absolutely forget that you were waiting for your boarding group to be called. It's like you don't remember what was occurring 3 hours before or 4 hours before. And it's such a phenomenal way to make the human mind not realize what it's been through, because you've been through heck to get to that point. And how aggravating it is to Corey and Jillian when you think you're going to go on and it breaks down and you don't get on. Well, now you have nothing that's distracting you. But if you were on that line and you made it up to the stormtroopers, you're not going to be thinking, oh, this is a bummer. No, they fooled you. You've gone beyond the queue and you feel like you've done something really spectacular, and you have. But in reality, you're waiting to get in that trackless car, see all those amazing things. Not that you haven't seen amazing things already, but you're in that car, and then you go into the actual point where, it becomes like Star Tours. And to me, that's the actual attraction. When you're waiting online, just like in Winnie the Pooh, when you're touching the honey falling down, you're forgetting how long you're waiting. When you're waiting for Peter Pan, they have other ways to take your mind off of the dreaded waiting. Please don't forget that up until 4 months ago, or when Disney just reopened a month ago or whatever it was, waiting was part of going to the Disney park. It's part of the Disney experience. Unless you're fortunate to live there and be able to go when there isn't a wait time during the winter, or, in the gaps in the fall, which have shortened substantially. But that's the way I view it. I view it as anything that takes our minds off of being online until we get seated where our feet are not touching the ground anymore. And there's one exception: the Swiss Family Treehouse. Because you never sit down there, you walk through a queue the whole way. That I'll agree. The attraction is actually walking. But what other ride do you go on, or attraction, where you don't sit down eventually? Ellen's Energy Adventure, although they killed it, was one of my favorite rides. The queue was sitting in that room watching Ellen. And before that, when it was just Universe of Energy, the queue was watching the film. And that's a distraction until the ride sets up again for people to open up. And I'm sure when they open up Guardians of the Galaxy, that's going to be a long queue also, because could you imagine how long the waits are going to be when they open that? It's going to be phenomenal. So they have to come up with more genius ways to trick us. Go ahead, Aaron. Tell me.
Well, I can name a few other attractions where you never take a seat, and that would be like the Circle Vision theater attractions. You never sit in those. But besides that, you make very good points, and I'm getting to the point where I want to make this as simple as possible. For Disney's definitions, where you get a multi-experience if the ride goes down, that's after, generally speaking, after where the fast pass and standby lines merge. So I almost feel like if you really want to break it down to where does the queue end and just the wait for the actual experience to begin, I don't know if that's really making sense, but I feel like you can almost put it there, because that's where you're just about to start the experience of the attraction itself, is when those lines merge.
Okay. All right. I feel you, but when we're walking in to Pandora to go on what was the best ride in Disney until supposedly Rise was built, the Flight of Passage, you have to admit that the queue, although you don't see it during Fast Pass, you walk right by it. But if you're not in Fast Pass, the queue goes by where you see the tank, and you're walking in that room and you're seeing all the different things that you've seen in the movie, or for those who didn't see it, you're learning this for the first time to prep you for what the attraction is going to be like. That's a cue, because then you get to another point where you're standing in line again. So there's that philosophy in Disney, which used to not be. Most of the attractions have changed their queues, except for the older attractions that they didn't change. But they've changed it. Peter Pan changed. Winnie the Pooh was all new technology to make you forget the little things that the kids play with in Winnie the Pooh. That wasn't on any rides before. And I believe that they did that because it's not only adults that are going there. There are youngsters that go there. And they need to be kept continuously into it. If they're not, they're going to cry. They're going to stand there crying because they're waiting online to see Winnie the Pooh for 2 hours, which is possible. Because, like I said, it's summertime, and my wife and I were both teachers, and we've taken our kids every year, even before they were born. When they were in the belly, they came to Disney World. It's an amazing thing when you see newborns and 1-year-olds. It's hard to keep their attention. They have a low attention span. So these cues were magically changed to make us interactive. And also the app. Why did they change the app to give you things to do while you're online? The app with the new games and all is part of the queue. It's technology. It's advanced Disney technology to make us forget that we just spent $130 and we're waiting for an hour and a half or 2 hours. And it works. I love it. I wish I was there right now. And I envy Christina and you guys, but it's just an amazing thing. And don't compare
go ahead.
with, like I said, 5 months ago or 6 months ago, because the experience you guys are getting now, Christina has gone on Mickey's Railway how many times? On a normal August day, would she be able to do that? Corey?
No, not at all. She'd be lucky. A year ago today, she would have been lucky to get on that twice.
That's right. And so the queue, when you're lucky enough in normal times, the queue is so important. Just like before it was Runaway Railway, when it was the original attraction.
Great movie ride.
Around, right, the Great Movie Ride, which was one of my favorite attractions.
Yep.
But we walked around and looked at 20,000 Leagues. We looked at Mary Poppins, right? And what did that take our minds? And then we got in the room with the movies. That crazy room with the movies. How long did it take to get through all of those? Oh my God, it was crazy. But you watched the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched it 10 billion times. And I never got sick of seeing John Wayne.
Nope.
So it works. Is that the queue?
Yes.
Of course it's the queue. And Disney, they're geniuses. I wish we had queues in our classrooms. If Sarah J was still there, if we had queues in our classrooms, kids would do much better. But we expect them to walk into our classroom, open their books, and do their schoolwork. Well, you know what? Disney Magic doesn't do that. Disney Magic, if you're waiting in the hallway to get into class, makes you feel like something special is happening. And that's where I come from. I'm not completely disagreeing with you, Aaron. It's an amazing thing. I've watched you go on it. I've watched you stream live. You've seen me talk about it. Rise, It's an amazing thing. But until you sit down, I believe, especially when you get past the stormtroopers and then they line you up and start berating you, but you're online and they're separating you, I wouldn't call that 2 queues. I would call that one extraordinary queue.
I think it's come down. I think it's come down to the fact that Disney is getting really good at their storytelling and incorporating cues into lines into the story, and so that's what's murkying the debate, is that Disney, like you said, has become so good at storytelling that now even the lines are becoming part of the story, and so it just makes it impossible to peg officially sometimes. Well, when does the queue for wait time purposes end, and when does the actual attraction begin?
They blurred the lines. Chat, I'm curious. Oh, go ahead. I didn't hear you at all.
Oh.
What did you say there?
Who, Aaron?
Yeah, I didn't hear what Aaron said.
Long and short of it is it's just they've blurred the lines between what's an actual wait and what's the experience of the attraction. What's the story?
Yes, and it's genius. And it's genius.
Yeah. So it sounds like we agree, Neil, that I just feel like that's all cue stuff. Once you sit down and your feet leave the ground, you've now left the queue.
And we must admit that Disney is the best at that on the planet.
Oh, without a doubt. Nothing compares. Nothing compares. I mean, you even go out to movies for a second. You know, Pollyanna, isn't there, or Anastasia? Think movies like that. People can try all day long to do a hand-drawn animated movie, but they will never compare. It just doesn't have the Disney magic, the music, nothing. And that's just another form of storytelling that just can't compare. No, everybody tries, but nobody can touch Disney.
You're 100% correct. And of course, they also have my son. So that makes it even better. They've got my son, and he's trying to make magic every day. So
by the way, Neil, keep me
been able to manipulate in such a magnificent, wonderful way how we view everything, especially if you love Disney. I mean, if you love Disney, there's a certain creative thing that is different about people who are into this. And you know what? As we watch the chat, everybody that's in the chat loves it, and this is the reason. It's magic. It really is. It's magical. And my son works for them, and even he says, and he knows the inside dirt, he says it's magical.
Let's take it out to the theme parks. You look at Universal. I absolutely love Universal. My family loves Universal. They have great rides. They have nice queues, but there's missing something. They miss the magic. Why is that? Universal doesn't have magic. It's a great theme park besides Disney, and if Disney didn't exist, it'd be the greatest theme park in the world. But they don't bring the magic. I could never figure that out. Do you agree with that?
I absolutely agree with you. Now, I haven't been to Universal since our honeymoon, which was 25 years ago. When we get down there, we will get a pass to Universal. I know it's much better, but I must tell you, I am not a daredevil anymore. I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn and went on the Cyclone in Coney Island one time with my friends. We were trying to break a Guinness record. We went on about 75 times in a row, and it didn't faze me. You get a little bit older, Tower of Terror terrorized me. I went on it once with my family. They got me on. I basically freaked out. The people turned around and thought that I was crazy. I got off. I was in hot sweats. I looked like a wreck. I had to sit down for an hour. I can't go on the Aerosmith ride. I can't do it because I can't go upside down anymore. I did go on the first upside down ride when I was 19 years old at Great Adventure in New Jersey. It was called Lightning Loose, the first of its kind. But this is, you know what? When I was 19, it's a lot different than now when I'm 21. So, you know, the years go by and your body reacts differently. And that's why some of these attractions that we were voting on today, I haven't gone in. My kids have. And I watch when you guys go on so I can see what the queues are like and all that. But It's different than experiencing it. Some of the things I can't. But Universal, those attractions, most of them are crazy, crazy roller coasters. And a lot of us can't do that. And sometimes I'm disappointed in Disney because they're making more and more attractions that are roller coasters or thrill rides than things more on the educational side. And I understand what people want. And it's funny because in the mod chat, we were discussing today how certain things get people into certain things, you know, and you want people to want to be part of it. And sometimes that catch might be thrill rides. But the Disney experience to me is just as cool to walk into the Hall of Presidents or American Adventure or, you know, attractions like that. I love that. I don't need to get flipped around on a roller coaster. And I know there's lots of people that go to Disney that believe that feel that way. And they've never been on these roller coasters. There are people that will never go on Space Mountain. Now, I go with my kids every time. And, you know, I love Space Mountain. I've been going on it since I was a little kid. 11 years old, I was on, you know, whatever it was. When the next time we went, whenever Space was built, I was on it. And I'll go with them. But there are many people who can't do that. But they can go right next door to the Carousel of Progress and walk out with a smile. So sometimes you limit your audience by trying to compete with the Universal crowd. And I see Disney doing that. Why else would these roller coasters be popping up everywhere? Give me 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea again. I love that. Corey, have you ever been on that?
No. Nope, it was gone before I got to Disney.
You see, and you know, although some people said it was cheesy, oh, when we were young, oh my God. Yes, it was just a completely different thing. But you know, like I said, though, to me, it's the most amazing company. They're magical, and I really hope that they get through this tough time so that we could all continue the magic. I'm watching the chat, and I hope you've all enjoyed our discussion. I can blab for a long time. I'm going to stop blabbing. I have to play my trumpet tonight and do a recording. But thank you for bringing me in. Anytime you'd like an opinion, I'm here. I do have a camera on the computer. Aaron, it's great to see you again and speak to you. And guys, mid-September, we should be all but done down here, up here rather. So we're not going to head to you right away. We're going to Fort Lauderdale because it's not ready. It's being built. But the plan is we'll be neighbors sometime in October.
Looking forward to it, Neil.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see you all.
we're looking forward to it. We'll, I'm sure we'll have, we'll make many Disney memories in the park for sure.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I can't wait to meet you and the family. It's going to be spectacular. You have an amazing family. They make us smile every time we watch you guys.
Oh, that means a lot to us. We're glad that we're able to bring that to you, and everybody continues to check us out whenever we go live. We really appreciate it.
Right, and the folks in the chat, you all are splendid. Spread the word. We're growing, and we're going to keep on growing.
I believe that for sure. And yeah, all the support from the mods and everybody that just comes in. Every part of the Diz fam, we really appreciate everybody. This is a journey we're all taking together. Diz fam is not just words. We mean it.
All right, be well and be safe, everybody. I'll see you in the chat.
Thanks, Neil.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye, Neil.
At this moment, I'm just going to talk about our wonderful sponsor, Pollyanna Buff. Speaking of Universal and Disney, if you are ever planning a Universal or Disney vacation, Pollyanna Buff is an experienced Disney vacation planner with Tink's Magical Vacations. Tink's is an authorized Disney vacation planner, and Pollyanna provides concierge service at no additional fee. She works for you, fine-tuning all of the details, making your Disney vacation one to remember. Pollyanna makes it her business to know everything possible and then some about Disney. So if it's your first Disney vacation or even your 20th, contact Pollyanna Buff for the best service and experience. That's Tink's Magical Vacations. And check it out. So yeah, what a really great stream tonight. I'm really glad we picked that subject, and Neil came on. He really added to the stream tonight. Very interesting topics of discussion. Carla Melvin, thank you so much for that. Let's see. She says, thanks, thanks, Corey, for a fun Monday night. Thank you so much, Carla. We really appreciate that. And, you know, we really appreciate you becoming part of the Diz fam, as you have just recently, and you've been so involved in the chats, and none of that goes unnoticed with any of you guys. I may not read everything, but I can guarantee I see most things, and I see who's active in the chat, and that really means a lot, and that does not go unnoticed. It's so funny, but thank you so much again for that $20 super chat. Everything goes back into the channel, and we really appreciate it, Carla. Thank you so much.
I gotta say, Corey, this stream definitely got a little more, I don't want to say heated as in angry, but definitely more intense than I ever expected it to.
Well, you know, the bracket brings out some fun camaraderie, maybe, no, but it just brings some good debates, and people kind of back and forth, and it's fun to see people in the chat get frustrated because their favorite subject, ride, movie, whatever, it didn't go forward, and it creates discussion. I think it's just another cool way to involve everybody in the chat.
Yeah, so it's like, this was a very, like, Neil, let's see who said it. It was Stephanie that said it. Passionate debate. No one was ever really angry or heated with one another. It was just passionate, and I loved it.
Yeah, and in the end, yeah, I just felt like you had to pick a definition, and then you have to apply it to every ride at that point and stick to that definition. But maybe Disney makes it in a way that you can't really go black and white. Neil had a great point. I kind of think once your feet hit the ground, that's what I've been saying. Like when your feet hit the ground and come off the ground, now you're out of the queue. But Disney can confuse you as to what the queue is, which is magic.
And Andy's right. We're definitely looking forward to some really fun discussions and debates just like this on our Disney Playground.
Sounds awesome. So we'll end with that. So great to have you guys tonight. Once again, the bracket is every Monday night, 7:30. I don't know what we're doing next week. I actually have a short one next week, so we'll have to add to it. We have Disney animated movies, and for just to tease you guys a little bit, what will be involved in that bracket as I go through my notes. The movies involved in that bracket are Good Dinosaur, Chicken Little, Frozen, Frozen 2, Tangled, Meet the Robinsons, Wreck-It Ralph 1 and 2, A Christmas Carol, Zootopia, Bolt, Moana, Big Hero 6, Lion King, excuse me, and we have to throw in 2 buys because I think we listed all the Disney computer animated movies, non-Pixar.
Well,
what is the other? What do we want to do for another bracket subject?
Well, you still have my nighttime spectacular
Disney
ones.
Oh, I know. Live action Disney is on my list right here.
Yep. You got a few in your back pocket ready to do.
Sounds good. But yes, Neil said it as well. This is a family effort. You guys are part of the effort. You really are, to grow this channel. I don't think it's I really don't think it's being, what's the word I'm thinking of for lack of a better term? I don't think we're better than other channels. I just feel like we're a really good we're a great kept secret to a lot of people out there. I think that we have a really great product, and I just think people need to know we're here. And when they do, we're going to keep them, and we're going to keep growing. Every stream is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We ended the last hour hour and 15 minutes at least with 140 people, which
Thank
is
you,
big for
Elizabeth.
us, you know. So, oh, Elizabeth says, I am now a Patreon of the channel. So, see, that was so easy. Thanks for the link. Yes, thank you so much, Elizabeth. And thank you, Chase Ross, for becoming new Patreon members. It's just another way to contribute to the channel on a monthly basis. And
Nice to
when-
see you too, Neil.
and
It's
when-
nice to talk to you.
yes, and when I can, sometimes I'm not able to get to it. I have to be better at it. But in the $20 tier, when I do finish some vlogs ahead of time, you guys do get those ahead of time to watch prior to its premiere. And you always get your credit, your name at the end of every vlog, which is a nice little bonus too. Thank you so much for that Patreon, Elizabeth. Yeah, so anyway, that's, hey, Bob Baker says great stream. Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. I always feel like what makes a good stream great are the unplanned things, and that was the unplanned thing tonight. You know, sometimes when I'm doing a stream in the park, I'm like, it's a good stream, we're having a good time, but then something happens and it's like, wow, you look back on that night and you're like, this made the stream, you know. So for example, the other night when we were at Epcot,
Jill's jamming.
yeah, decent
I
stream for all intents and purposes. But then what happened in the stream the other night that made it like special, that made it stand out? I flossed. We pushed for 200.
Stop.
I still haven't gone back and watched it yet. Dang it.
Yeah, we pushed for 200
Have you watched
thumbs
my
up,
takeover on the day it closed?
200 likes, and you know, that was fun. We had some other, we had some beautiful skies to look at. That was,
Oh my
really
gosh.
crazy.
That sky was beautiful.
We tried the meatballs unexpectedly, and we took a beautiful, relaxing walk that was unplanned around the World Showcase, which was really, really cool. So just unexpected fun things for sure. So I guess I can talk forever. Thank you
and
guys
Neil.
so much. Check us out.
No.
Check us out tomorrow night, 7:30 for our vlog. I'm really trying to make the vlogs longer again. I never thought this would be a problem, but my vlogs used to be 20 minutes long. We'll try to get closer to that, but we've really put out some shorter vlogs lately. And I will say tomorrow night's vlog is like 12 minutes. So
Wait, Christina, you've been at the Riviera for a week. I swear to God, yesterday you were just like at the Poly. What? No.
That's right, Ciro, the LID gang, the LID fam. But yeah, so tomorrow's vlog is a little short. They will start getting longer. I think a little bit why they started to be short is because we're having to go live at a certain time, and getting to the park a little later gives us a short window to make these vlogs.
Gee, I wonder who could have benefited from you being there sooner Saturday.
Well, Magic Kingdom opens up at what, 8 on Saturday?
9.
Is it 8 to 7? 9. 9 to 7.
Yeah.
Tammy, we have to rope drop Magic Kingdom.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So yeah, tomorrow night premiere. Lots of things going on almost every night on the channel. So just watch your notifications. And I guess we'll get out of here tonight. Really great stream tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We always
like a Teletubby.
hate to say goodbye. Who says that? Tanya says that. I saw Tom say that the other day. I'm sure Aaron hates to say goodbye. But
I don't say goodbye. If you watch my streams, I literally close with see you real soon.
That's
and
right.
sometimes I'll even do it in the Mickey voice. I'll go, see you real soon.
That's right. That's right. And anybody watching, if you don't like the vlogs or the home streams too much, we are live in the park this Saturday from Magic Kingdom. Check your notifications for time of start of the stream, because I'm not sure when we'll start, but I usually start 6 hours backwards from park close.
Christina,
So
what?
maybe 1 or so. So for now, with that said, we want to thank Aaron from My Disney World Fix. Anything? Aaron has a live stream tomorrow. If you guys want to head into the park with Aaron.
Yep. You want to join me? I will be live tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Eastern from Disney Springs.
looking forward to that. I have not been to Disney Springs in a few weeks.
I will have Samantha Lowe with me, and maybe I'll even have Andy. He hasn't confirmed yet, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, I'd like to say hello to Samantha Lowe. Samantha was in here a moment ago. Congratulations on your 1,000 subscribers, Samantha. It opens up a whole new world for you in YouTube, and really happy to see you have made that 1,000. And it was nice to meet you and hang out with you the other day. So let's just say goodnight to Christina, Crayola Kid, Tammy from Living in Diz, Ciro, Stephanie Horton. You're so welcome for a fun night. Matt, thanks for joining us as always. Evan, Diane, James, Brianna, thank you for the debate stream. Looking forward to more content. Oh yes, we have hundreds of vlogs, guys, and live streams. If you're new here and you want to get a little more taste of what we're all about, check out some of that good stuff. Alyssa and Neil, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Really added to the stream. So great to finally meet you. Brenda Shoes, if I say your name again, it's just because I'm reading down the line, guys. Elizabeth, David T, Carla Melvin, thank you so much for all your involvement and all your generosity. It all goes back into the channel, and we really appreciate it. J. Raphael, Ciro, Nightbot, Pollyanna Buff, our wonderful sponsor from Tink's Magical Travel, Magical Vacations.
Good grief.
Tink's Magical Vacations. He's gonna fire me.
You've been live almost 3.5 hours on a home stream. Your brain's fried.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We really appreciate it. With that said, I'm Corey.
I'm Jillian.
And we're Living in Diz. We'll see you in the parks and tomorrow night in our premiere, 7:30. It's called Is Disney Safe? Jillian and I go through Hollywood studios and we tell the people. So have a good night, guys.